I have been reincarnated as a lazy, arrogant noble, but when I destroyed the scenario through effort, I became the most powerful with extraordinary magical power. Volume 3, by Kikuchi Kusa. Translated by Renkun at JP Translations for fun. Audiobook by Masquerade at Masquerade Audiobooks. Prologue origin. I emerged victorious in the Sword Demon Cup, a tournament said to be impossible to win. But then something unthinkable happened. An attack by the demon tribe, an apocalypse. In the original story, this wasn't supposed to happen until at least the end of summer. In some routes, it didn't even occur until we advanced to the intermediate grade. But whining won't change reality. The forced event has begun. Still, it wasn't all bad. Cecil Antwerp's presence made all the difference. Thanks to her, there were injuries but no casualties. Looking only at the outcome, it was the best possible ending. Everyone sighed in relief from the bottom of their hearts. Everyone, that is, except for me. Is it fun, being in someone else's body? Those words, whispered in my ear by one of the demons as they departed, lingered in my mind, refusing to fade. How did they know? That I'm not Weiss. It was a demon I'd never seen in the game. What's going to happen next? Will it follow the original story? Or could it be something entirely different? Hey, Cynthia-san, what do you think of this one? Does it suit me? It's lovely, how about mine? I hear it's quite popular in the capital. Lost in thought, I noticed Cynthia and Lilith engaged in cheerful conversation. This is Noblesse Magic Academy, in Weiss Fanson's private room, my room. The chaos from the apocalypse had settled, and the usual daily life had returned. Thanks to winning the Sword Demon Cup, my points skyrocketed, and my room got another upgrade. The double-sized bed was replaced with a queen-sized one. The potted plants increased from 2 to 4. Welcome fruits are now delivered weekly. The staff even handles the cleaning. It's the very definition of luxury. However, Alan and the others don't seem to care for private rooms, still sharing a double with Duke. They're so close it makes you wonder about their relationship. Or rather, how long are you two going to keep staring at swimsuits? We're heading out soon. I want to agonize over it until the last second. Indeed, as ladies, it's only natural. Cynthia and Lilith were deliberating over which swimsuits to pack. Let's think about this for a moment. We're nobles. Even as academy students, do you really think there'd be such a carefree event in this era? The answer is absolutely not. But in noblesse oblige, it's allowed. And so, it begins. This is it, the quintessential event in any academy story. The school trip for lower grade students, accompanied by supervising teachers. The destination? Chuko, a coastal town famous for its sea. Normally, you just enjoy it. But this world is both reality and a game. By the time this school trip ends, there's no doubt some students will drop out. For now, though, I'll set aside thoughts of the demons and enjoy academy life. QQQQ ha 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 ha. Weiss, you seem awfully excited. Are you that fond of trips? It must be because he gets to spend time with us. Weiss-sama is so kind. Chapter 1, Underclassmen's School Trip. Chuko Port. The salty scent of the sea wafted through the air, and the summer sun blazed down on the coastline. Whoa, ain't this place freaking gorgeous? Yeah, it smells like the ocean. Alan, Duke, don't get lost, okay? Yes, Mom. The usual trio was in high spirits. Well, for now at least. A few days after preparations, we arrived in Chuko by ship. There were plenty of classmates I hadn't interacted with much before. They're all smiles and chatter now, but I wonder what their faces will look like on the final day. Weiss, you look like you're enjoying yourself. The voice belonged to Muruku-sensei. She was one of the chaperones, along with Darius and Chloe. Perhaps because of the heat, her outfit was more revealing than usual. Her arms weren't too thin or too thick, just perfectly proportioned. I might be getting carried away myself. Well, thinking about what's to come, knowing the brutal events ahead, I'm kinda excited. Oh, so you're a man after all, knowing we'll be swimming in the sea later. Maybe so. I mean, I'm a guy, my blood's pumping for the events to come. HMPH, I'll have to fix that rotten attitude of yours, wanting to see swimsuits so badly. You're a failure as my disciple. W, what do you mean? I don't get it. All right, follow the teachers. We followed Darius along the coast until we reached an open area. What appeared were 2 absurdly large mansions, even for a remote region. No, perhaps mansions isn't the right word, more like grand estates. They were massive. side by side, one for the boys and one for the girls. The exteriors looked rundown, raising some concerns, but the interiors were pristine. I'd seen them in the original game, but not in this level of detail. By the way, a facility capable of housing so many academy students at once. That's unthinkable in this world, but let's just call it artistic license. Room assignments were already decided, and we split up into groups of 4 per room. My group, the worst possible combination. Hey, Weiss. Good to see ya. Weiss, it's been a while since we teamed up. The ones greeting me were Duke and Alan. I'm not thrilled about sharing a room with them. Well, points probably influence the assignments to some extent. Don't touch my shoulder, Duke. You're demoted from Sasami to Shishitsu. Shishitsu, what's that, Alan? No clue. Opening the door, I found the room surprisingly spacious. Inside were 2 bunk beds. I immediately claimed a bottom bunk. It's easier to move around, and I can spread my stuff on the floor. I'm the strongest, so I get first pick. I want the top. I want to look down from up high. I'll take a top bunk too. Kids, huh? Then Duke, sweating from the heat, started stripping. Suddenly, he let out a scream like a girl's. Jaya, W who? AA girl. At the end of his gaze stood someone with short, fluffy black bob hair, large eyes, a small nose, and full lips. One glance and you couldn't help but let out a cute under your breath. Huh, are you talking about me? Why are you here? This is the boys' room. What? I know that. Duke's shock was understandable. This was all in pastel. He was in a different class before, but a major shift in points led to a class reassignment, and now he's here. A delicate frame, slender arms, porcelain skin, and an angelic appearance. That was his concept, wasn't it? Duke, that's rude. Huh, rude how? Looks like Alan already knows. Alan's a boy. A boy. Why yeah. That's right. Alan is a boy, but his character description in Noblesse Oblige read, the cutest boy in the history of Noblesse Oblige. Sorry, I get mistaken a lot. No way, you totally fricked me out. Even I was stunned seeing him in person. Alan consistently topped the popularity polls in Noblesse Oblige. There were plenty of reasons why. First and foremost, he's ridiculously cute. Translucent white skin, delicate limbs, long eyelashes. Seriously, is he really not a girl? Your skin's way too perfect. Are really. His shy smile, praised by Shishitsu, was like an angel's. What am I thinking? I don't swing that way. Alan has a timid personality, not the type to assert himself. That only adds to his feminine charm. Everyone, nice to meet you. Yo, Alan, good to have you. Nice to meet you. As Duke and Alan greeted him, Alan visibly relaxed, relieved to be accepted. Weisgun, nice to meet you. Yeah. A greeting like that's fine, I suppose. So, the 4 of us are roommates. The room's nicely decorated, but naturally, there's no fancy TV or anything. The boys' and girls' buildings are connected, but Muroku-sensei and the others' rooms are in between. Crossing over is impossible. Well, unless you're a soul who's lost their body, but no one's that reckless. All right, introductions done, time to change into swimsuits. Already. There's nothing else to do, let's hit the beach. With that, Shishitsu stripped to his upper body, showing off his muscles. Biceps, lats, abs all top tier. This guy doesn't even know what protein is. I secretly compared myself, I'm losing. Damn it, just a side character. Wow, everyone's amazing. Alan, who'd been quiet, gave a shy smile. He's probably intimidated. No strength, mediocre magic, and slightly above average academics. Should I change too? That one sentence froze us. Even Duke, who speaks without thinking, sensed the danger in the air. We're all guys, but still. In the original game, Alan broke countless guys' minds. I won't say how, but he awakened something in a ton of people. As for me, that's a secret. Maybe I'll change later. His timid demeanor reminds me of Kalta, but not just because of his appearance. He hasn't realized his own potential yet, and neither has anyone else. But I know, Alan's popularity wasn't just due to his looks. It's because of his hidden ability. He's one of the most gifted in Noblesse Oblige, no, the very pinnacle. Go Duke-kun, you've got this. Hell yeah, Alan's watching, so I'm extra pumped for push-ups. No idea why, but let's go. At that moment, a small squirrel-like magical beast hopped onto Duke's back. Duke yelped in surprise, but the squirrel scurried to Alan's head. What the hell is that? Oh, sorry. That's my magical beast. A magical beast. Taming's supposed to be crazy hard, right? But it's small. I'm good at getting along with magical creatures. Huh, it's kinda soothing. Right. While they chatted warmly, I felt something different. Not yet, huh? Alan's still in his growth phase. He's got a cute face now, but he'll become stronger than anyone. Why? Because Alan's title in Noblesse Oblige is the greatest magical beast tamer in history. In the game's final act, Alan tamed an ancient dragon stronger than the one Alan and I fought, riding its back to face the final boss. Who wouldn't get hyped over that? Maybe I'll try push-ups too, but I'm not strong. Go for it, wait Alan, don't change. Phew. I'm not hyped, absolutely not. Way to go Duke-kun, clap clap. Hell yeah. Hearing Alan's voice gets me fired up. Shishitsu was doing push-ups at a ridiculous speed. As Alan clapped, the squirrel on his head mimicked him, which was impressive in itself. Taming magic is a familiar term in fiction, right? Fighting alongside magical beasts. The fluffy kind? It's a popular genre. In Noblesse Oblige, the term exists and so does summoning magic. But taming magic, like Kalta's flight magic, is tricky and rare. Even taming a weak beast requires immense focus and exceptional talent. Even if you manage it, commanding the beast constantly drains the tamer's mana. So, taming a weak beast often brings more drawbacks than benefits. At worst, it can have your combat strength, a double-edged sword with an insanely high learning curve. It's heavily talent-dependent, and most can't acquire it later in life. Like flight magic, high-level magic is said to require multiple brains. It's like growing 4 extra limbs and doing different tasks with each simultaneously. But some people can do it. And that's Alan. I want to be like Duke-kun. Heh, stop it, you're making me blush. I liked him, not his looks, mind you. His ability to tame the strongest species and fight hordes of beasts captivated countless players. But will Alan really become the character he was in the original story? I've thought about it. So far, changes have mostly been for the better. But what if some changes take a turn for the worse? Watching this is making me sweaty. Maybe I'll take off my shirt. Alan casually reached for his shirt. A glimpse of his pale waist and navel peeked out. My, Duke's, and Alan's expressions froze in unison. Alan started undressing in a way that screamed girl. And then, as if hitting his limit, Shishitsu snapped. I can't stay here, Growa. Duke, where are you going? Still shirtless, Duke bolted out the door, and Alan chased after him. Left behind my shirt's stuck. Weissgun, can you help? I'm heading out too. W8Y, where are you going? That was close, I'm Weiss Vincent. I can't let myself get swayed by Alan. Perfect timing. Might as well explore the mansion. Checking out details the game never showed is a privilege, right? That's when I spotted someone sitting in a chair, reading a book. Even here, yo. No reaction. Wearing glasses and reading with a serious expression, they looked pretty striking. No, but I see. I thought it was a Battle Universe book, but I chuckled when I saw the spine. Man, why are the people in this world so damn good? Cecil. Oh, Vincent-kun, when did you get here? I called out, but you were too engrossed. That happens when I read, same with gaming. I borrowed the book and flipped through it. It's packed with ridiculously complex stuff. The title, Kishi, a military strategy book by some past genius, think The Art of War. After the apocalypse, Cecil was shaken by the injuries. There were no deaths, but she believed that was only because the demons held back. Sure, we probably could have won if it kept going, but it would have been a victory built on sacrifices. That's not okay, she thought, blaming herself. I told her it wasn't her fault. Thanks to her, countless people were saved. Even so, Cecil didn't seem satisfied. Thanks, Cecil, but don't push yourself too hard. Got it, but next time I'll do even better. Cecil's eyes reminded me of the protagonists. Steadfast, looking only forward. She reliable as hell. As we talked, a swarm of lower-grade students spilled out into the hallway. They'd changed out of their uniforms, all dressed casually. I just noticed, but Cecil wasn't in her uniform either. She wore a light blue rash guard, probably over a swimsuit, though only her thighs were visible. Oh, Vincent-kun, are you staring at me? Maybe I am. Foo-foo, I don't hate that straightforwardness. But Cynthia-san might get mad, so see you later. That's what I like about Cecil. I headed back to my room to change. Expecting it to be empty, I opened the door, only to find someone who, no matter how you looked at them, seemed like a girl. No, a boy who looked like a girl. Alan was checking himself out in a full-length mirror, wearing a swimsuit. A pale pink rash guard with, for some reason, oversized sleeves. His skin was even fairer than Cecil's, not a single blemish in sight. W. Isekun, H. How do I look? Does it suit me? Yeah, it suits you. Before I knew it, my honest opinion slipped out. Damn it, I don't want to awaken to that. The scorching sun, white sandy beaches, and azure sea. I was lounging under something like a beach parasol, wearing something like sunglasses. Next to me sat something like tropical juice, with a plate of something like watermelon. Everything had a like attached because none of these things existed in this era. Don't overthink it. Noblesse oblige is about feeling, not analyzing, just like I'm doing right now. Weiss, shall we head out? Looks like you're done with your suisuika. Cynthia wore a high-neck black bikini swimsuit. It covered her chest, an unusual choice for someone with her figure, but it had its own charm. The unseen bounce wasn't bad either. It's so cool and refreshing, Weiss-sama. Lilith, on the other hand, wore a retro-style pink one-piece swimsuit. The sheer tulle fabric made her look even cuter, more girlish. A nice amount of bounce. That said, I'm a guy. I don't know much about swimsuits, nor have I ever thought about them, but both of them looked great. It's a school trip, but there's no time to goof off. Still, the water's resistance is good for muscle training. Not a bad deal, when you think about it. I took off my sunglasses-like thing and stood up. Then Kalta came jogging over, bouncing as she approached. Weiss-kun, get over here for a match. That's what Muroku-sensei said. I don't know why she did an impression, but it was surprisingly spot-on. Also, she was in a school swimsuit. Noblesse Magic Academy doesn't have designated swimsuits. Where'd she even get that? And is she still developing? Her bounce seems bigger than before. Oh, Cecil-san too. Following Kalta's gaze, I saw Cecil lounging seductively. She wore a one-piece like Lilith's, but hers had a mature, elegant cut. Her slender limbs screamed model. Bounce. Me too, got it. Wait, a match. This soon, is this another change? If so, I can't hold back. If Muroku-sensei's calling, we've gotta hurry. As I thought that, Alan came trotting over. His top was absurdly short, flashing his navel. Wait, does he even have any bounce? Nah, no way. See, can I come too? Before I could answer, Cynthia stepped forward. I felt a strange pressure. You must be Alan-san. I'm Cynthia Violetta, Weiss Fanson's fiancée. Pleased to meet you. I'm Weiss Fanson's fiancée. Please remember that. Why, yes, thank you for the polite introduction. I thought it was a mistake, but she said it twice. I don't know why, but the pressure was real. Cynthia gets a bit jealous sometimes, checking any female students who get close to me. But Alan's a guy, so that's not it, right? Weiss, shall we go? Cynthia grabbed my arm. Her bounce pressed against me. The surrounding guys looked at me with envy. Even at a noble academy like Noblesse, plenty of students don't have fiancés yet. Though, it said that many grow closer during the academy years, especially on this school trip. Hey, is Kalta-chan fair game? You'll get killed by Weiss. Then what about Cecil? I heard she'll date you if you beat her at Battle Universe. That's impossible. I overheard some guys getting carried away. It's a big event for students, sure, but I'd advise them to worry about themselves first. From here on, it's hell. No time for smiles, time to get serious. The exam begins. At our destination, a net stretched across the sandy beach awaited us. Beach volleyball, not a blood-pumping, flesh-thrilling exam, just a game. But the atmosphere was heavy. Why? Because the true strongest stood before me, a white volleyball tucked under her arm. Weiss, I haven't had a serious match with you in a while. I'm looking forward to it, but I won't lose. That's right, teacher Bounce. No, I mean Muroku-sensei. Surprisingly, she wore a classic pure white bikini. Her toned thighs screamed battle-hardened warrior. Weiss-kun, let's do our best. Yeah. Alan stood beside me, his slender arms worrying, but he's my teammate for now. Behind us were Cynthia and Duke, forming a team of 4. On Muroku-sensei's side were Alan, Shari, and Lilith. A different lineup than usual, but that's what makes it interesting. I won't lose, Weiss. Bring it on, Alan. Cecil, wearing a cap and seated on a chair, blew the whistle to start the match. Here we go. Piep, die. Not exactly words you'd expect a teacher to hurl at her student. She launched the ball skyward, leaping high herself, easily clearing the net with terrifying bounce. I couldn't even tell which was the ball anymore. Was this her plan all along? Before I could shake off my hesitation, Teacher Bounce smashed the ball midair. It rocketed straight for my face. The sheer force was unreal. Without my flash skill, I wouldn't have even seen it. She must have infused the ball with mana, a cannonball cloaked in terrifying power. Strong, no. Fast, dodge? No way, there's no catching that safely. So I grabbed the muscular body next to me and swapped places. Jaya. The ball slammed into Duke's tanned, muscular face, sending him flying backward with a scream of agony. What an attack. But as expected of Duke, he got right back up. You bastard, Weiss, using me as a shield, GHJHRWGW. His speech was slurred. That's the power of the bounce ball. Ignoring Duke's complaints, I faced forward. Infusing mana, that's cheating. What are you talking about? This isn't just a game. It's a serious match using mana manipulation. I see, I misunderstood. This isn't just for fun, it's part of a lesson. A serious match to practice infusing objects with mana. I almost got a game over right at the start. Hey, Weiss, anyone else would have died. Maybe. But thanks to you, I'm fine. I guess I'll let it slide then. Simpletons like him are easy to handle in times like this. The match continued. I'd better take care of that dark muscle mass. I get the rules now. No holding back, I'm winning this. Muraku-sensei's team is dominating, Cecil said coolly, book in hand, still in her swimsuit. In the end, we couldn't land a single attack. The scorching heat and repeated face blocking had nearly drained Duke's vaunted stamina. This hurts. Shari, you've done this before, haven't you? Nope, it's not that hard, is it? Lilith, you're pretty good too. Thank you, Cynthia-san. As Duke said, Shari was skilled at infusing objects with magic. Maybe it's her spirit powers, but her shots were as heavy as Muraku-sensei's. Surprisingly, Lilith was good too. I underestimated them. This Monoball showdown required far more advanced magical technique than I'd imagined. Among the students, Sherry and Lilith stood out. Duke and I completely useless, and the surprise? Alin scores. Alin landed an attack with a frail voice. Not bad for those slender arms. Nice one, Alin. I did it. Come to think of it, the guys were awfully quiet. Normally, they'd be making a fuss. Isn't Alin just too cute? Yeah, I think I'm in low. Don't say it. Don't go there. They were just holding themselves back from getting too excited. Whatever, let them be. I kept trying to land shots, but it wasn't working. You infuse mana into your palm at the moment of spiking and transfer it to the ball. Sounds simple, but it's tough. Weisskun. What? Alin spoke up, his squirrel chittering pipipy on his head. I felt Cynthia's stare, or maybe not. I was thinking. Yeah. Sorry. No, I was just a bit on edge. What's up? I think you're putting in too much force. And not physical strength, but mana. When you infuse, you just gently move the mana in your palm. You don't need force. It's like when I tamed Pippin. Gently, Now that he mentioned it, my dictionary doesn't have words like gentle. I get Shari and Lilith, but can Teacher Bounce do that too? No, I shouldn't doubt my mentor. I can see a future where she kills me. Wait, Pippin, that's the squirrel's name, whatever. I'll give it a shot. I tossed the ball high, charged mana for the spike, but relaxed just before impact. To my surprise, the mana flowed quietly, smoothly. The moment the ball hit my palm, it launched with incredible force. Not bad, Muraku-sensei said with a grin. Even I could tell it was powerful. And she's still so calm. Alin, you're up. W8 FW. She dodged lightly, and the ball slammed into Alan's face, sending him flying. As expected of the protagonist, handling the comedic fall perfectly. More importantly, if I could apply this to a sword, it'd be insane. Weisskun, you did it. Alin came at me for a high five, beaming. I, of all people, gave in and returned it. Now I get why he broke so many guys' minds. Weiss, I'm watching you. Cynthia's silent glare stopped me cold. Yeah, Alin's dangerous. After that, Duke seemed to pick up the trick with Alin's advice. Alin caught on later. But in the end, Muraku-sensei's relentless attacks led to our defeat. The sun blazed, my back drenched in sweat. Yet, looking ahead, the blue sea stretched endlessly. Weiss, wanna swim together? Yeah, sure. Getting stronger, eye candy, and fun to boot. Damn, isn't a school trip just the best? Let's hit the sea, Sia, Fwafwa. Duke was still broken, but Muroku-sensei was fixing his mana. Back at the lodge, we headed to the bath to wash off the seawater and sweat. But the changing room, which should have been relaxing, was thick with tension. The reason? One person. Phew, that was fun. Alin was fanning his clothes, about to strip. By the way, Alin's voice is practically feminine. If someone covered my eyes and asked, "Who's this?" I'd name a female student. In the original game, Noblesse Magic Academy's characters were voiced by famous VAs. Alin's, a current idol. That alone should tell you how intense this situation is. Hey, Alin's. Don't look, he's a guy. I know, but still. My observation and flash skills whispered I could see in slow motion. That was fun, Alin. Yeah, I learned a lot. Muroko-sensei's amazing. Alin and Duke didn't seem fazed. As expected, the dense duo's mental fortitude is something else. Phew, time for a bath time. I swear I heard a heart at the end of Alin's sentence. Probably my imagination. I've got a will of steel. I've trained for moments like this. So I stripped quickly and left the room. I love baths. The first thing I did in this world was remodel the Fansant family's bath. This place only has an indoor bath, but there's an open-air one on another floor. No showers, of course, but there's a magic device that transfers hot water from a wand. No clue how it works, but that's just noblesse oblige for you. Still, this world's bath culture is too soft for my tastes. Once I conquer this world, I'll build the ultimate bathhouse. Nosebleed, I'm bleeding. Hey, you okay? Don't die. Don't die. As I was about to soak, screams echoed from the changing room. No idea what happened, but something went down. Damn it, shaking my resolve like that. Wow, it's huge. Alin entered, steam as his ally, a towel wrapped up to his chest. A rare way for a guy to wrap it. Duke and Alin followed, not bad abs on those two. Let's soak and You idiot, don't you know to rinse first? Wash off the sweat. Got it. Duke tried to jump straight into the bath. I grabbed his leg with a mana-infused hand, stronger now after the volleyball match. Why yes, sorry. Why's you're scary. Duke and Alin slunk off, shoulders hunched, understanding my seriousness. Don't mess with bath etiquette. Mind if I sit here? Alin, probably done washing, sat beside me, fine by me, but so smooth. Yeah. Thanks. His squirrel wasn't here, unsurprisingly. The more I looked, the more feminine he seemed. Focus, damn it. By the way, thanks to you, I got the hang of it. We lost, but it was a meaningful match. I didn't do anything, but I'm happy you think so. I don't get praised much. I was genuinely grateful. I'd been struggling with the magic sword I won at the Sword Demon Cup, but this mana manipulation could make it work better. Then, Alin's expression turned serious. I'm the one who should thank you. What do you mean? Not just the volleyball match, but being roommates with you, Weiss-kun. And Duke-kun and Alin-kun too. I'm always teased for looking like a girl and avoided a lot. I thought he was oblivious, but he knew. Well, it makes sense. He's got an aura that screams don't touch in more ways than one. But that's not all. Alin's from a noble family and is friendly, but his rare beast-taming talent makes him a target. Like Kalta's flight magic, innate gifts tend to breed resentment. Seeing someone effortlessly reach heights you can't, no matter how much you bleed, pisses people off. For me, my unapproachable vibe keeps most people at bay. With the point system, we're classmates but rivals. That's part of the charm, though. Shut those guys up with your skills. Can I, but I'll try. It sounds like encouragement, but it's just fact. He'll get there eventually. Honestly, I liked Alin more than most. I can't help but want to look out for him a bit. I'm human, a little favoritism's natural, right? Weiss, I washed thoroughly. Me too. Hold on. Using my observation, Alin's clean, but Duke's soles are lacking. You do it again. No way, I scrubbed like. Wanna die? Yes, sir. I don't hate Duke, but bath etiquette is strict. Hey, Alin-kun, Weiss-kun's really intense about baths, huh? Actually, students call him the bath baron behind his back. Don't tell him, okay. Gee, got it. I sensed them whispering, but I had bigger concerns. They're still amateurs. Hey, you're still dirty. Don't you care about others? Wash again. Why yes, sorry. After the bath, I stepped into the hallway and spotted Cynthia and Lilith. Their hair was still wet, fresh from the bath like me. Oh, Weiss, how was the bath? Not bad, could be hotter though. Fufu, Weiss-sama really loves baths. Apparently, the men's and women's baths are slightly different. I almost asked how, but stopped. It's night, time to ditch the carefree vibe. Until now, Noblesse Magic Academy's been all sugar. What comes next? The whip. Switch gears. This is one of the Academy's toughest exams. Cynthia, Lilith, change into training uniforms when you get back. If you have time, regulate your mana. My sudden words made their eyes widen, but I rarely joke and we've built trust. They caught on quickly. Their expressions flipped 180 degrees. Understood. Shall I inform Kalta-san and Cecil-san? Doesn't matter either way. Weiss-sama, Roger. Yeah, see you later. Back in my room, I prepped and waited. The schedule said dinner, but that's a lie. Exhausted bodies, unguarded minds, what's next is a delightful event. Alan, Duke, and Olin arrived late. Man, I'm starving. Seafood for dinner, right? Who knows? Bet it's delicious, though. I don't eat much, but I'm hungry. Why's Weiss in a training uniform? Because it's almost time. Time for what? A magical bird's cry echoed through the mansion. Gather in the courtyard. Gather in the courtyard. Alan and Duke exchanged looks, changed into training uniforms, and Olin followed. Noblesse Magic Academy's magical birds only appear for important moments. I already knew, so I headed to the courtyard slowly. This was the perfect spot for an exam. No residential areas nearby, no one to report us for shouting. And tonight, just like the original story, there's no moonlight. A world of darkness, hard to recognize anyone unless they're close. Perfect exam weather. I thought I'd be first, but Muroku-sensei, Darius, and Chloe were waiting. As always, Darius looked apologetic, but we chose to be here. Stay calm no matter what. That's the Academy's mantra. Soon, students rushed out of the mansion. Everyone was confused. It's dark, and they couldn't imagine what was coming, but they sensed the heavy atmosphere. Upon arriving, most tried to stifle their voices, switching gears. Magic is about imagination. Casting in a carefree state is tough. Weak constructs mean halved power. Once everyone gathered, Muroku-sensei stepped forward. The smart ones among you already know. This is an exam. A faint murmur rippled through the silent crowd. Some had hoped for a fun event, but they quickly realized this was a brutal exam. Good faces. Fear and resolve. There's only one classic nighttime event in Academy stories. The answer, a test of courage. In fiction, it's common boys and girls pair up, overcome fear, and grow closer. But at Noblesse Magic Academy, it's not that cute. Look to your left. Everyone followed Muroku-sensei's order. Nothing was visible. No, faintly, there was a mountain-like shape. We've placed special rings throughout that mountain. Your task is to find them and protect them until the time limit. Simple, right? And here's some good news. The more rings you have, the more points you earn. Points like you've never seen before. Those words changed every lower grade student's expression. Even in this sudden situation, competition gets the blood pumping. Naturally, I felt it too, knowing this event. You have until midnight, that's about 5 hours. You'll get dinner too. The word dinner made some students' faces soften. But Muroku-sensei didn't miss a beat. Some of you won't get to eat though. Why? If you have 0 rings by the end, you're out, expelled. No way. Are you serious? Expelled. I'd say that, but the headmaster vetoed it. Still, 0 rings means a massive point deduction. Naturally, some of you will get expelled. How much you lose or gain, I won't say. I frowned. In the original story, 0 rings meant instant expulsion. Has the scenario changed? Got it, there are far fewer students now than in the original. That's because I've crushed so many rivals. That must be why. Still, dropouts are inevitable. Without knowing how many points are at stake, the strategy's the same. Some will cling desperately to a single ring, but there are guys like me. Crush everyone, and there's another stage waiting to plunge us into despair. In some cases, we might have to team up. That's because this forest is called the Forest of Death. Some of you might have noticed. At night, magical beasts appear, and there. In the original, Chloe explained this, but I remember clearly. This forest is a nest of undead monsters. Unlike normal beasts, they feel no pain and can defy death as long as they have mana. Lose an arm, a hand, even a head, they'll keep coming. And with no moonlight tonight, we'll fight in darkness. Moving alone will require pumping mana into your eyes. Unlike the survival exam, this one pits lower-grade students against each other too. Think about it, this event's brutality is obvious. There was a contract, of course. But no weaklings backed out. Now the real lower-grade school trip begins. Chapter 2, Test of Courage. Kaka, kakaka, kakakaka. The moment I was teleported by magic, a skeleton welcomed me. A dry wind blew, bones clashing against each other, resonating in a discordant symphony. Skeletons are possessed by the souls of the deceased, mimicking their living movements. The sword in its right hand was conjured by magic. Infused with mana, it deals more damage than a regular weapon. But you picked the wrong opponent. Skeletons have a strong sense of camaraderie. Find one, and 2 or 3 more show up. I'd better take them out fast. But right now, that's not my focus. After the tournament, I had a special scabbard made for my back. What I draw is a peculiar sword, only a hilt, engraved with magical crests. It's embedded with a unique spell formula. Slowly, I channel mana into it. It's similar to Cynthia's ice sword, but entirely different. A magic sword of darkness and light. I learned that mana disruption doesn't work on magical beasts, probably due to a different spell formula. Kaka, kakaka, kakakaka. They swarmed toward me, but I didn't care one bit. In fact, I was grateful. To test this sword in real combat so soon? Thrilling. This exam is about collecting rings. Killing them isn't the goal, but... Come at me, you bony bastards. The skeleton's attack was swift, but I dodged and shattered it in one blow. The second came at me with a counterattack, no pause, but I used an unnatural wall to leap into the air, swinging my sword down to crush it. The last one I smashed head-on. As the skeleton's bones shattered, its mana scattered. Its soul dispersed, and normally it'd reform, but the light attribute of my sword prevented the soul from reattaching. Total annihilation. Without slowing, I obliterated the skeletons that kept appearing, testing my sword's precision. It cut through them like tofu. Even without flash, I could overpower enemies with raw destructive force. In Noblesse Oblige, attacks with opposing attributes deal extra damage. Fire against water, earth against wind. Light and darkness are rare, making them even trickier. When it was over, I looked up and spotted a ring hanging on a branch. It's no coincidence that rings are placed where skeletons swarm. The higher the danger, the more rings there are, huh? In the original story, they were random, but this is probably Muroku-sensei's twisted ingenuity. And kaka kakaka kakakaka. Gyugijia. Bigagararu. Practice partners kept coming to me, perfect. Though for the others, this might be hell. Hours later, I'd faced a ton of undead monsters, but not a single human. Hardly a coincidence. Noblesse Magic Academy is all about training students. I was probably teleported a bit farther out. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'd collected 12 rings, fewer than expected but still worth decent points. Still, I wouldn't mind running into someone. Vine binding. Suddenly, plant tendrils sprouted from the ground, writhing like snakes, tightening around my limbs to restrain me. By the latter half of the lower grade years, students start developing unique spell formulas beyond standard magic. That's what ramps up the game's difficulty, and it's fun. Getting this close without me noticing, worthy of praise. But, gotcha Weiss, even you can't wait what. I surged mana and blasted the vines away. Clever trick, that's all it was. I mercilessly crushed them, snatching 3 rings. I considered knocking them out but held back. If they collect more rings later, I could take those too. H-head. I moved on. Even as lower grade students, they'd survived the apocalypse. Tough bunch. In the original story, they never got their moment, but that was good magic. Man, this is the best. This is Noblesse Oblige. I don't know the exact time left, but it can't be much. I encountered a few more students, taking their rings each time, 30 in total. Surprisingly, they weighed nothing. I thought they'd be a jangling hassle, but someone thought that through. There was something new, not in the original story. The rings were imbued with faint magic, like a scent, tied to the 4 elements. Fire-aligned people could find fire rings more easily. This made students more likely to run into each other while searching. Definitely Muroku-sensei's twisted ingenuity. She wants us to fight. Compared to the original, I've collected a ton of rings. I don't know the exact number, but with Muroku-sensei's emphasis, the points will likely concentrate among a few students. Some will probably get expelled. A bit of a shame, but selection is necessary. Weaklings just get in the way. Allies are needed, but they have to be strong. Then I heard voices nearby, multiple people. I rushed up a tree to observe. Being chased was someone with short black hair, Alan. Circle around that way. Got it, trap him. Ha, idiot, Alan, you're cornered. 3 male students from another class. Unfamiliar faces, since this exam includes multiple classes. They must have formed an alliance. Each had 1 ring at their waist. Aya. Alan was cornered, collapsing to the ground. A trap, apparently. The moment he stepped forward, the ground softened, sinking him in. A simple trick, but highly effective in the dark. Pippa-pipparoo. The tiny squirrel, Pippin, stood protectively in front of Alan. The boys smirked. Ha, so this is the extent of your taming. Guess he's got talent, but no effort. Yeah. Sorry, Alan, nothing personal. They raised their swords to strike Alan. But shockingly, Pippin moved at blinding speed. So fast only I could see, it headbutted one of the boys in the jaw. Iga. Hey, you okay? What the hell was that? Pippapi. The others weren't idiots. They quickly bound Pippin with magic. Alan, eyes closed, must have been channeling mana to control Pippin. A top-tier beast tamer can move beasts like their own body or let them act autonomously. They could even sacrifice a beast for a kamikaze attack. A terrifying move, though I don't know if Alan would go that far. Alan, sleep until the exam's over. The boys mercilessly aimed their swords at him. Even for Alan, this numbers disadvantage was rough. That was a good show. Gotta pay for a circus, right? Weisskun. I stepped in, stopping their swords. In the original, Alan doesn't get expelled here, but my actions must have worsened the scenario. If he's weak, I'd let him get taken out. But after seeing that glimpse of talent, it's better for my survival to keep him around, for now. Why are you helping him? Don't tell me you're into Alan. Die. I hit harder than usual. An overkill blow that would have killed them if not for their training uniforms. They collapsed without even a groan. Spread weird rumors and I'll kill you. Thanks, but why? I can't say it's for my own survival. I could take his rings now, but finishing him off would feel like profiting off others' work, and my pride won't allow that. Get up. I offered my hand. Alan, surprised, crawled out of the dirt, catching his breath. I took the rings from the fallen students, 1 each. Pathetic. They'll probably get expelled, but that's not my problem. Weisskun, you're ruthless. Got a problem? And no, but thanks. Alan, hand over all your rings. Why, didn't you save me? I took those guys out as payment for the circus. No reason to be nice to you. You can find 1 ring in the time left, right? Or die here. Phewie, fine. Tearing up, he frantically reached for his waist. To my shock, he handed over 10 rings. That's a lot. I tamed a beast good in the dark. It's far off, so I couldn't move it quickly. He stuck out his tongue and tapped his head with his fist. He's a guy, a trap. He tamed 2 beasts at once. See ya. Okay, but Weisskun, you're kinder than the rumors say. I was surprised. I'll kill you. I need to get out of here for a lot of reasons. Dangerous. Ah. A girl's scream echoed from far off. Looking up, I saw light near the mountain's peak. A cave. I quickly used observation and flash to probe the mana. I felt an insane amount of power. Damn it, they're recreating this too. In Noblesse Oblige, traps sometimes lure players in. Like the dragon, you'd wonder why a beast is here. It's like an anglerfish's lure. Depending on the location and timing, some are laughably monstrous. To find out what, you have to spring the trap. Most are designed as blind kill traps, not meant to be cleared. The risk of death is insanely high. Back then, I enjoyed the devs' twisted sense of humor, but not now. This shouldn't appear under these conditions. I must have broken the scenario somewhere. Did you hear that? Yeah, probably a lower-grade student fighting a beast. Alan closed his eyes. No, someone's being attacked. It's bad, dangerous. Alan, what do you see? I sent a tamed beast into the cave. It got taken out. Worse, a girl's being attacked. A girl? Who? I couldn't see her face. My mind flashed to Cynthia or Lilith. No way, they'd never fall for a trap. I looked back at Alan, his face set with resolve, like a damn protagonist. What are you thinking? I'm going to help. Why? You know that beast and there's a monster. You'll die. But, his eyes said it all. He was going no matter what. If I let him go alone, he'd likely die. But with me, it's different. I know a few patterns. They're all stupidly strong, but I might manage. Weisskun, let me go. Why do you want to answer? You don't need a reason to want to save someone. Those words, that face, another Alan. You're an idiot. Even so, I'm going. Then I'm coming too, but don't be reckless. If it's impossible, we pull back. It could be a mistake. If it's just a strong beast, there might be tons of rings. Alan nodded firmly. Let's go. Don't fall behind. Got it. I chanted an unnatural wall, sprinting through the air. Alan, slightly delayed, grabbed onto bat-like legs of a tamed beast to follow. In that short time, what a genius. We reached the cave's entrance, but the light was gone. I sensed faint mana inside, but it felt blocked. Stepping in, I didn't know what happened. I thought of Alan. He turned the impossible possible, and after fighting the dragon, I got stronger. Just do it again. Entering the cave, I felt a strange sensation, like breaking through a jelly wall. Immediately, a terrifying surge of mana stabbed my skin. A simple trap would have been nice, but this was probably the worst-case scenario. Beasts and creatures have levels naturally. Some are weaker than others. I didn't expect the weakest, but I hoped for something manageable. What appeared was the worst I knew. Black from head to toe, humanoid with sharp, elongated ears. Taller than me? Race, demon. Name, demon, loves killing humans with an obscene amount of mana. Attribute, darkness. Effective against all attributes like me. FT Jiftumjef. It noticed us and shouted. Unlike beasts, demons have intelligence, so it must be saying something. In the back, collapsed, was a female student I vaguely recognized, not Cynthia or Lilith. Alan, I'll draw its attention. Got it. Got it. I knew taking the initiative was key, but demons are unpredictable. I was about to move slowly when the demon fired a mana cannon. Incredible power, but a bad move. Now Alan. Casting magic leaves you briefly vulnerable. I raised a defense and Alan dashed. The mana cannon hit my barrier, roaring. That's a demon's power. Fun, I glanced at Alan. The girl was alive, nodding she was okay. The demon, recognizing me as the enemy, kept its eyes on me. Alan noticed and fired a mana cannon. Shockingly, it had power reminiscent of Kalta's. But sadly, it dissipated before hitting the demon. Like my inviolable zone, the demon had automatic evasion. 7H Kawut. Angered, it fired a mana cannon from its winged back, writhing like a snake, bouncing like a super ball in the cave. A reflective, non-dissipating cannon? A first. To protect Alan, I stepped forward, using flash to destroy the demon's attack. Magic's useless against it. Don't fire recklessly. WT Basafot. Even if I broke its evasion, its body was cloaked in dark magic, absorbing weak attacks. Even if an attack landed, well, demons shouldn't exist in the human world. I don't know how it got here, but something unfair must have happened to it. Persuasion's pointless. It's clearly pissed. So what now? Alan, where's Pippin? Blocked by the barrier, but I can still fight. Good, don't attack recklessly. Follow my lead. Got it. This demon was among the strongest beasts I'd fought. It's still underestimating us. Find that gap and strike. I just hope it's not like the original. Blessing of healing and impulse of destruction. I placed my hand on the ground, granting the demon's status resistance. All of it poured into me as a blessing. A sinister mana flooded my body. I could designate Alan and the girl as allies, but they wouldn't withstand the dark mana. Without hesitation, I used observation and flash, charging. The demon shouted incomprehensible words, aiming a stronger dark mana cannon at me. Normal people couldn't block or even see it. But my attribute is darkness, and flash can disrupt spell formulas. Doesn't work on me. I gripped my magic sword tightly, but relaxed just before striking. Alan's trick. Surprisingly, the mana transfer was smooth. The mana stolen from the demon converted, infusing my sword with sinister power. Coating it thinly with light doubled its damage against darkness. Jihikajoa. No clue what you're saying. Its evasion caught my strike, but I slashed regardless. A sound like breaking glass echoed, and I cut through the demon. Black blood sprayed, splattering me. Alan shouted in joy from behind. The demon screamed in agony, collapsing. Amazing, Weiskun. Hurry, let's go. I didn't let him respond, urging him on. Alan, surprised, carried the unconscious girl. We headed for the exit, but we can't get out a barrier. As expected, the worst trap from the original story. Here, of all places, Noblesse Oblige doesn't pull punches. I checked with Flash, but the barrier displayed what looked like error code. Spell disruption was impossible, but there had to be a weak point. We needed to find it. Weissgun behind you. A dark mana cannon, twice as strong as before, fired from behind. I dodged just in time, and it hit the wall, roaring. Ironically, it proved the wall was indestructible, no scratches despite that power. GHJ Quaguta. Why is it still alive? Alan's fear was understandable. Because it's immortal. The only escape was death. In the original, this got endless complaints. What a shitty plot twist. Don't throw in a demon, but I remembered everything. Is it really unbeatable? I cleared a no-win event, defeated an impossible dragon, and won the Sword Demon Cup. Noblesse Oblige is a brutal game, but the dev's attention to detail is insane. There's gotta be a hidden way to win. My job is simple. Keep killing it hundreds, thousands of times until I find it. Come on, immortal. I'll send you to hell as many times as it takes. I moved to attack again. The demon summoned bat-like beasts from its back, dozens of them. They likely had undead traits, self-repair and no pain. Small, but their mana far surpassed the fodder outside. And in a cave, this is beyond troublesome. Weissgun, I'll support you. Don't overdo it. With your defense, one hit from the demon and you're dead. Alan nodded, and I wasn't lying. The demon grows stronger over time. That's its design. Immortality plus growth. The devs made a sadistic, fascinating monster. Gahilgafwi. Speak a language I can understand. At the demon's command, the bats scattered, attacking us. Their small size made them hard to target. I dodged the first and second, but the third's fangs grazed my cheek. Undead are a pain because their attacks hinder blood clotting. Even minor hits chip away at you. Some can even drain mana. Blessing of Healing and Impulse of Destruction steals mana, but it can't restore lost blood. The demon's arm morphed into a sinister sword like mine. It's adapting to the fight. The bats will probably multiply too, but there's a weak point somewhere. I'll find it. More bats attacked, but one suddenly turned, protecting me. Its body glowed. Wait. Alan, did you tame it? Just one, but now I can fight. I'm counting on you. Taming in that short time, classic Alan, I sliced bats in half. Alan used his tamed bat to crash into enemies or attack, creating openings. In seconds, we downed all the bats, and I closed the distance to the demon. It swung its sword arm diagonally, but I dodged. At that moment, Alan's bat slammed into the demon, staggering it. I landed a blow. Alan kept providing perfect support at the right moments. It's exactly because Alan's always observing others that he can pull this off. Just to think I'd be fighting alongside you. I was remembering the original story. Alan, riding a dragon's back into battle, I want to see that with my own eyes, so he can't die here. I took down the demon again, and during its revival window, we checked the walls, attacked them, searched for an exit, over and over. The demon seemed to retain its memories after each death, growing angrier and stronger. I don't know how much time passed. When it summoned beasts, Alan tamed them, but there was no end in sight. Without Blessing of Healing and Impulse of Destruction, my mana would have run dry long ago. I lost count of how many times I killed it. The ground was littered with the corpses of the beasts I'd slain. But Jia. Next, summoned from the ground, was a grotesque beast I'd never seen, even in the original. A chimera, maybe. It had traits of both a ghoul and a skeleton. Ha ha. Alan was at his limit, not physically, but mentally. No matter how many times we killed it, it was pointless. That reality weighed heavily. I tried attacking the walls with Flash, but there wasn't a single crack. Jia. It's a small fry. As I crushed the ghoul, Alan noticed something and let out a sound. I didn't say it, but yeah, he figured it out too. The space just warped is this space-time. We're in its subspace, time's distorted here. No way. Subspace is a special realm. Inside, time and space-time twist. A second outside could be an hour in here. Help probably won't come, and we might have to fight forever until we die. Gagagogwa. Amid the ghouls, the demon charged. Unlike hours ago, its sword was sharper, and it was learning. It was adapting to my attack patterns and magic timing. No matter how many hits it took, it revived. Time was unlimited, and its mana fully restored each time. Think. Wait, that's it, there's one way. Alan, teach me about taming. Huh, what do you mean? The spell formula, I need to understand it fast. Answer. What are you planning? While slashing at ghouls and the demon, my mind raced. I'm gonna tame it. I knew Alin had tried taming it a few times, but gave up. The level gap makes it nearly impossible. But I'm different. I wield the same dark magic, and my mana's dozens of times greater than Alin's. I've got a shot. No way you can do that. When I first learned taming, the initial steps took years. Yeah, so tell me. I'm doing it now. I know it's crazy. I'm not underestimating taming. It's the only option. I've stopped whining. During the apocalypse, I was ashamed of freezing up at the demon's words. I won't do that again. If I die, I'll die with hope. That's all there is to it. My resolve must have reached Alin, because he shouted desperately. Taming requires understanding the target's traits and magic, then applying the right spell formula. After that, it's mana control and understanding their heart. Their heart. What a pain, but I get it. That's why Alin's got the makings of a tamer. His impartiality lets him understand beasts' feelings. In the original, Alin, despite being the protagonist, never learned taming magic. Why? Because he despised beasts deep down. It all clicked. I smirked, realizing a secret from the original that no one knew. Not that it lowers the difficulty. I thought about the demon while fighting. What's it thinking? Trapped here, what's on its mind? Anger, not knowing why it exists, but it's got some intelligence. Anger's natural. No, is it that simple? Put yourself in its place. Weisskun, I'll apply the spell formula, but I know you can't do it repeatedly. Taming's difficulty lies in its one-shot nature. In Noblesse Oblige, with countless beasts, failing to tame one means it'll never trust humans again. It becomes untamable. And I had one question. Understanding its heart, I might be able to do that. Demon, are you like me? G7 HJGP. It screamed with a pained expression, glaring at me. Strange, I felt it understood me. Alin, when I get close, apply the formula. G got it. And tell me the trick. How do I do it? Like the ball gentle. The demon rushed me, a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Now or never, I didn't hear Alin's last words but understood. I got as close as possible, dodging its attack at the last second. The wind whistled by my ear. Right after, Alin fired the spell formula from a distance. Incredible magic skill, even Eva or Muroku-sensei couldn't do that. Weisskun now. If I don't tame it in time, it's untamable forever. I will succeed. I gently placed my right hand on the demon's forehead, not with killing intent. I'm persuading it to understand my feelings, its feelings. Relax, I get you. G8J Fafwaf. The demon surged with terrifying mana, then stopped moving. Demon tamed successfully. A nostalgic announcement echoed in my head. Taming succeeded. Looks like I actually understood its emotions. The door opened. Damn noblesse devs. They hit another escape route besides death. Weisskun, incredible, taming a demon? Impossible, amazing, how'd you do it? It's like me. Like you, what do you mean? I didn't answer. What it felt was loneliness, trapped here alone. Not anger, just loneliness, pain, sadness. It attacked us out of that emptiness. It was like me. But the difference? It had no allies, I understood that. Wait, why is it still frozen? Pop. The demon was enveloped in black smoke with a cartoonish sound. What the hell? Debi. The demon reappeared, now in a chibi form. 2 horns on its head, bat-like wings, big yellow eyes, and a plushy soft body. What is this thing? I'd heard tamed beasts sometimes change appearance. Your demon's cute, Weisskun. Hey demon. Debi. Tamed high-level beasts stay with their tamer until death. Wait, am I stuck with this thing for life? Debi. Don't tilt your head. I glanced at Alin. He'd tamed countless beasts without running out of mana, stronger than in the original. I should have realized when he joined our class. How much effort has he put in? Interesting. Let's get out, I don't want to get trapped again. Got it, hurry. What about the girls? She's been under a sleep spell, I'll undo it. As Alin prepared to chant, Demon floated forward, touching her forehead. A flash of light followed. No chant dispelling magic. Demons can do that too. This thing might actually be useful. Debi. It saluted with its right hand like it was saying, done. Where'd it learn that? And isn't its personality different? But for now, whether it's useful can wait. As we rushed out, I noticed a glow at the cave's edge. How'd I miss it? Crouching, I found a stash of rings, 20 of them. Flash revealed tracking magic on them, so they were set to react to mana. Classic Muroku-sensei move, proof of how strong the demon was. Wow, amazing, congrats. Alin beamed at me for finding the rings. Does this guy have no greed? Half are yours. Huh, why, really? Obviously. Even I won't steal someone's credit. Taming the demon was thanks to him. The exam's almost over. But Alin stared at the rings I gave him. What are you doing? With this many, I could give some to others. Some people might get expelled, right? Idiot, so like him though. Even so, why go that far, wanna be liked? No, I got this strong because I had time. I think others could too with time. I wanna help. He's not wrong. Surviving the apocalypse made everyone stronger than in the original. But helping others like this? Even Alin wouldn't think of that. Do what you want, Alin. I've got no say in it. Do whatever. Good, Weiskun, I have a request. Hi. As thanks for teaching you taming. Hi. Cecil-san. Hi. And then, here one each. Yes. Alin, thank you. Next person. Phew, saved. In front of the cave, Alin was handing out rings to those short on points, risking expulsion with a beaming smile. And he had the nerve to ask me to find Cecil. You show up out of nowhere and ask me to use my unique ability to find people with 0 rings. Not like you, Fansen-kun. I owe Alin. His quick thinking surprised me. The rings have mana. My observation can confirm who has none. And using Cecil to make it efficient, finding optimal solutions instantly must tie to his taming skills. Still, owing him here benefits me. I'll need Alin to handle Debi. For the future, it's a cheap price. Can I ask one thing? Anything. That super cute beast, what is it? Debi. It's a demon. Demon. Cecil poked it, and Debi squirmed happily. No clue if it's male or female, but it's friendly. That's the last one. Alin, seriously, thanks, I'm saved. Time's up, countdown, 5, 4, 3. As Alin finished handing out rings, the magical bird's announcement played. He kept only 1 ring but looked satisfied. His lack of greed lets him understand beasts' hearts, a trait no one can mimic. That was fun. Hard to believe he was on death's doorstep. You're a true Noblesse Magic Academy student. Back at the starting point, battered students trudged along. Man, that was brutal. My clothes are trashed. Worst exam yet, I'm beat, Duke. Really, I had it easy. Just set traps and hunted rings. Alin and Duke sounded exhausted. Shari, though, was lively. Her spirit powers probably gave her night vision. I spotted Cynthia and Lilith, their training uniforms pristine. Weiss, how'd it go? Weiss-sama, great job. Not bad, had some events. Debi, what's that beast? I'll explain later. This thing's not gonna stick to me forever, right? Can't I seal it or something? That beasta kinda cute, no? Weiss'll kill you. But doesn't it have insane mana? Then, a lifeline, Muroku-sensei stepped forward, raising her voice. Good work. Surprisingly, no one had 0 rings. No dropouts either. I expected some, but you did well. Cheers erupted. She probably knew it was Alin's doing, and that Cecil and I helped, but we won't get scolded for it. Most students looked genuinely happy. Normally, some would glare coldly at dropouts, probably because this trip bonded them. Noblesse Magic Academy uses this system to forge real connections. Alin might have outshone everyone in charisma. Point tallies will come later. Dinner's ready, a bit late. You can sleep till noon tomorrow. After the whip, the reward. That's the good part of Noblesse Magic Academy. Yes. Awesome. I just wanna sleep. This exam was incredibly valuable for me. Taming skills will help with the Demon King. Alin's stronger than in the original, and Debi's existence is new. I broke the scenario again, but it should raise my chances of avoiding ruin. Alin was grinning at me. Weiss-kun, no dropouts. We did it. I didn't really care either way, but... Cynthia suddenly stepped between us. Let's go eat dinner, Weiss. No looking elsewhere. Why, yeah. All's well that ends well. Tomorrow we'll tour Chuko. The lower grade trip is just 1 night, 2 days. I thought it'd be short, but it was intense. After dinner, maybe I'll indulge in some laziness. Debi. Hey, this thing sleeps right. Weiss, it suits you. Does it? That hat is so cool. Let's buy it, all the colors. In the mirror, my head sported an indescribably tacky hat. Well, I put it on myself, colorful, ornate, dripping with ethnic vibes. It's a popular Chuko souvenir, and we lower graders were shopping on the last day. Debi, who'd been floating beside me, was gone now. Alin taught me that if the tamer's mana is strong and their thoughts align, the beast can hide in their mana. It's simple, just tell it to sleep. It gets enveloped in black smoke and vanishes, like when tamed. I don't know where it goes, but when I call, it comes out rubbing its eyes, probably sleeping. Its name's officially Debi, thanks to Lilith, though she calls it Debi-chan. How much mana it uses, how far it obeys, those are for later. It might change my fighting style completely, but that's a happy miscalculation. It takes nerves and mana, but I'm stronger for it. I told Muroku-sensei, but she said, "Taming's not my thing, ask Alin." I knew she's uninterested in what she doesn't know, but damn, she's blunt. And, whoa, really? Of course, take this too. Hey, no cutting in. Alin, here's one for you. Thanks to the ring thing, Alin was the center of attention. Some guys were getting a bit too excited, but it's a good thing. I don't dislike Alin, he's a solid asset, I want him to keep shining. ZZT. I felt a strange gaze, thinking it was the apocalypse. I turned, but it was Cynthia staring. What? Nothing. You're always watching Alin-san. Not true. Really, it's fine. If you're interested, I'll respect it to the fullest. Cynthia's generous, but she's got it all wrong. My eyes drifted to Alin, who smiled when he noticed. Cynthia and Lilith glared at me with narrowed eyes. Weiss-sama's an all-rounder, huh? Lilith, is that term even in Noblesse Magic Academy? It's fine, just be honest. Weiss, help me out here. Yo, Weiss, that hat looks good. Perfect timing, Duke showed up. I handed him the hat, saying it'd suit him to change the subject. Really? Should I buy it? Looks good. Weiss praising me, gotta buy it. His loud voice worked. Cynthia and Lilith sighed, letting it go. Nice job, you're promoted from Shishitsu to Mineral. Shine. Alan, Weiss says it's cool, wanna get one. Looks nice, I needed a hat. Then I'll get one too. It's a memento. Things got lively, with Alan and Shari joining in. Am I having too much fun? Miscalculation. Why don't we all get matching ones? Shari's suggestion made Lilith raise her hand. I'm in. Cynthia-san Weiss-sama. Foo-foo sounds good. Black suits Weiss, don't you think? Sure. Since I'd suggested it to Duke, I couldn't back out. Cecil-san, call to San. Lilith called to the two nearby. Her maid training makes her friendly and polite with everyone. We ended up buying hats in colors that suited us. Shari smirked at me. She knew I wasn't thrilled. That jerk did it on purpose. Led by the teachers, we had a lunch called Piria, loaded with seafood, veggies, and meat, stir-fried with rice. Muroku-sensei and Darius kept getting seconds, their stubbornness almost sibling-like, which was kind of funny. What shocked me most was Chloe being nicer than usual. She asked students having fun, or smiled saying, stay hydrated. It's easy to forget we're academy students. This trip reminded me of our true purpose. I lived to avoid ruin, but I was just a guy who loved the original story. These days, unlike my old world, are worth engraving in my heart. We got more beach time at the end. I was too full, mentally and physically, to swim, but watching familiar faces from the original play, honestly, it was fun. Memories keep piling up. The original story gets harsher from here. If someone dies, how will I feel? Anxiety, impatience, urgency. I've been thinking about the demons a lot. But strangely, I'm not pessimistic. I'm brimming with drive, total conquest, that's my goal. Weiss-kun. As I sat by the shore, Alin called out, is Pippin bigger? Pippin's grown, hasn't it? My mana capacity went up, I think. That affects it. Yeah, it depends on the beast, though. Oh, and thanks. For what? If you hadn't been there, I'd probably be dead. Don't worry about it, you're useful. I'll call in that favor someday. Foo-foo, anytime, anything, rely on me. A sea breeze blew, and Alin brushed his hair aside. What about the demon? Dunno, Debi. Pop Debi appeared in black smoke, still a super chibi demon. Debi. A towel was tied around its head like a headband. This thing's got too much personality. No clue what it's thinking. You'll get it over time, like me and Pippin. Ask if you need help. I'm thrilled to have a tamer buddy. Then help me test how far Debi follows orders when we're back. I want to see if it inherited immortality by killing it a few times. Debi. It understood me, letting out a scared squeak. Weiss-kun, you're merciless. I don't coddle. The ship's departure neared, and it was time to gather. Oh, gotta go. Aland. I stopped him and put a hat on his head. Phew, a hat. Thanks for the taming lesson, just grabbed it. Thanks, but why pink? Suits a trap like you. Really? If it's boyish, I'm happy. Summer's almost over. Noblesse oblige has seasons. After autumn, winter, and spring, we'll be middle graders. There are upper graders I want to meet before then, but for now, it's back to training. Debi. Let's see how much you can take my attacks. Debi. Chapter 3, Debi and Eva. Having returned to Noblesse Magic Academy after the school trip, I woke up in my dorm room to the usual morning routine, or so I thought. Debi. It was slightly different today. A petite, jet-black demon with flapping wings brought me a glass of water to start the day. Tastes good, I muttered. Was there some special brewing method, like with coffee? Or perhaps it was infused with magic. When I glanced back, Debi was giving me an expectant, upward look, practically begging for praise. Naturally, there was no one else around. I ruffled its head, feeling a texture like a plush toy. A faint smile crept onto my face as Debi chirped Debi with a grin. This little guy really an immortal demon? It wagged its tail like a puppy. Debi seemed to follow my orders, but right now, it was acting on its own accord. This was something Alin had taught me. Getting accustomed to summoning in daily life reduces mana consumption during combat. It'll probably take you half a year to master it, Weiskun, Alin had said. Debi, move on your own. Debi. No way, it's actually doing it. Of course, there were downsides. Automatic actions consumed mana, and if loyalty was low, it might even defy its master. That's why praising it was crucial, according to Alin. Still, the affection I showed Debi was purely to avoid ruin, nothing more. Debi plopped onto my lap, rolling around and purring like a cat. Its soft touch was, well, cat-like. Heth. It's pretty good as a heater, too. Most students were probably taking a breather after the trip, but I had no time for that. Pat pat. With Debi in tow, I headed beyond City District B to the Demon Cave. The entrance was sealed with a special barrier, trapping countless monsters that couldn't escape. It was typically used for exams, but students of Noblesse Magic Academy could enter with approved applications, though survival wasn't guaranteed. Normally, a party of 4 or more was required, but Noblesse was flexible. I just had to sign some tedious paperwork stating I wouldn't complain if I died. No problem there. Debi, this isn't a game anymore. This is a life-or-death battle. Got it. Debi. By the way, Debi was, as expected, immortal. But not infinitely so. It likely depended on my mana. As we entered the cave, a golem, familiar from this otherworldly setting, appeared. It resembled a winter bear, docile when full but ferocious when hungry. And right now, it looked starving. The ground trembled with each heavy step. Golems were slower than most monsters, but had exceptional durability. Magic often had little effect, yet getting close was a disaster. Their monstrous strength could rip limbs apart effortlessly. Worse, they took time to defeat, and if they called allies, you'd be swarmed by rock-hard monsters from all sides. Mentally draining for sure, but for me, no issue at all. The first golem fell as I swung my magic sword, cleaving its stone body in two, just a demonstration. Debi watched intently. For the second golem, I stepped back, leaving it to Debi. No matter how fluffy and soothing it was, if it couldn't handle small fry, I'd never summon it again. Debi raised both hands, firing a dark magic cannon. Golems had high magic resistance, didn't it know that? It'd have to learn. Or so I thought. The golem vanished without a trace. What the hell, Debi? Debi turned to me, giving a cheeky thumbs up. That smug grin, who'd it take after? Not bad, though. But then, 2 more golems charged from deeper in the cave. Some monsters had a skill called Rage, boosting their stats at a certain probability when an ally died. These golems, now in a rage state, rushed forward, red eyes gleaming, swinging massive arms at Debi with raw power. Even Debi seemed startled. Debi. But no, it dodged the attacks while humming a tune. Monsters had emotions, too. It must have realized it was being taunted. Enraged further, the golem swung harder. Debi, perhaps intentionally, transformed its right arm into a sword. Though it looked like a short dagger due to its chibi form, the blade was imbued with dark magic. Kinda like my weapon. In a flash, Debi sliced off the golem's limbs with incredible speed and power. When it was over, Debi mimed wiping sweat from its brow, though it shouldn't even sweat. Then, with a gleeful flutter of wings, it dove into my chest, looking up with an affectionate expression. Debi. Not bad. Debi. According to Allen, a familiar's behavior was influenced by its master's personality and desired approval. But I didn't think Debi was cute or anything. Debi. It perched lightly on my shoulder, flapping its wings to avoid weighing me down. This little guy, could it be? You're kinda cool. No, wait, I can't say that. It's trying to throw off my cool persona. Deeper in the cave, an even larger golem appeared, likely the boss. Monsters of the same kind could merge to create stronger ones if left unchecked, sometimes even leaving their territory to attack humans. Debi moved to make it easier for me. Whether it understood or not, Debi fluttered upward. Flying consumed mana, so it'd better pull its weight. The golem's attacks were predictable, mostly brute force, but boss-level ones were different. This one cast a defensive spell, repelling weak attacks. Let's see how this works. I slashed with my sword, but it only chipped the surface. I needed more mana. This wasn't a sensation you'd get sitting around lazily. Debi. As I dodged the golem's attack, Debi conjured a black wall in midair, resembling an unnatural barrier. When the golem's arm hit it, the darkness clung like sticky rice, halting its movement. The golem struggled, making grating noises, but useful, huh? A few seconds were enough. I channeled mana, infusing my sword with enough power to cleave the golem in two. It collapsed with a thunderous crash. This cave was just for exams, maybe an upperclassman's midterm, whatever. Debi flapped its wings, wagged its tail, a total clingy brat. But Allen said praising it was key, so I patted its head. Overjoyed, it nuzzled into my chest. Ha, kinda cute. Oh my, even Weiss Fancent, the top underclassman who fended off disaster, has such an adorable side. A woman's voice came from behind, slow and familiar. I turned, unsurprised that I hadn't sensed her presence. Silver hair in straight locks, porcelain skin, a refined face like a Western doll, and sharp, all-seeing eyes, Eva Avery, lounging on a rock, wrapped in a blanket with fruit in hand, as if at a vacation home. What are you doing in a place like this, Eva-senpai? Napping, can't you tell? I could, that's why I asked. I mean, this was a monster-infested cave crawling with golems. Napping here? Well, for Eva, maybe that was normal. What was scarier was that the indiscriminate monsters had left her alone. They must have instinctively sensed death. Wouldn't it be better to rest in your dorm? It's cool and pleasant here. The golem's roars have a soothing effect. Just my theory, though. I killed them. They'll respawn soon enough. More importantly, Debi-chan's quite attached to you. Debi. Startled by Eva's piercing gaze, Debi hid behind me. How did she even know its name? I hadn't shown it to anyone but underclassmen. No way. Anyway, I'll head back so I don't disturb you. It's fine, I just woke up. Stretching with a yawn, her balanced figure stood out. The strongest was perfect in every way. Care for some post-nap exercise? What do you mean? There's only one meaning. With a snap of her fingers, a teleportation window appeared behind her. Out came a young black dragon, radiating immense magical power despite its size. Gararu. Now it's 2 versus 2. Sparring with the strongest goddess, a dream come true, I surged with mana in response. As the young dragon moved, Debi reacted, then the ceiling collapsed. Oh, seems the golem you killed was holding up the wall. What happens now? Buried alive, maybe. That's bad. I tried to flee, but Debi grabbed my collar, flapping its wings. What's it doing? Then we started floating. Debi. Ha, I'm counting on you. I'll go ahead. Eva rode her dragon, soaring through the cave. Despite its size, it had incredible power. So did Debi. Combining our flight magic, we escaped just before the cave collapsed, sealing the entrance. Cold sweat ran down my back. This might get me in trouble. It's fine. I've destroyed this place a few times, and it resets after a while. How long is a while? About 6 months. Yeah, I'm definitely getting scolded. Debi looked exhausted, so I told it to return. With a puff of black smoke, it vanished, likely sleeping in some dark dimension. I didn't know the details. Sorry, can we postpone the spar? Of course. I like saving the best for last. She licked her lips with a seductive air, then fired a magic cannon. My inviolable barrier activated, narrowly saving me, but I can still play with you. Bring it on. What followed was pure fun. I lost myself in the fight. There was no winner or loser. Eva fought as if guiding me, honing my skills with her blend of martial arts and magic. Man, I'm still no match for her. Before I knew it, the sky was darkening. I could return through the demon forest, but with my stamina, even I'd be at risk. Heh, that was fun. You're really something special, Weiss. You always say that. You weren't even serious, were you? Oh, I'm always serious. Serious about having fun. She's a mystery, but imagining her with a childhood is intriguing. Like Muroku-sensei, it's hard to believe she wasn't born this way. What a dumb thought. I'll camp here tonight. What about you, Eva-senpai? After all that fun, let's savor the moment a bit longer. Suddenly, she started undressing. I averted my eyes as water splashed. Phew, feels good. Come on, you're sweaty too, right? When had we reached a waterside? What a bold goddess. I'm fine skipping a bath for a day, huh? My body floated. The flight magic I'd given Shari, used remotely. I was flung into the water, clothes and all. Hee hee, you're the picture of a dripping wet hunk, aren't you? I didn't bring a change of clothes. I'll dry them with magic later. Of course she could, still too forceful. I was about to complain when Eva approached, her usual confidence replaced by a fragile expression. She touched my cheek, looking sad. You really resemble him, especially that straightforwardness. Resemble who? Her eyes widened, hand covering her mouth as if she'd let something slip. She said nothing more, but true to her word, she dried my clothes with wind and fire magic. It was way too hot. Then, out of nowhere, she vanished, only to return with a freshly dressed deer, starting a fire and cooking it with ease. Do you live in the wild or something? Sea, mountain, river, if it sounds fun, I go. Finally speaking, back to her usual self, the deer was unbelievably delicious. So tell me, I said, about what? Who did you say I resemble? Normally, I wouldn't pry. Everyone has friends and memories. But with Eva, even knowing the original story, I knew nothing about her past. She might not tell me, but today she seemed different. As a fan, I had to know. An old friend, straightforward like you, always looking forward and strong. Your eyes, they're similar. They sound like bad news. Hee hee, yeah, bad, but with a strong core. Alan Kuhn's the same. That's why watching you two reminds me of them. So that's why she kept an eye on me and Alan. She wouldn't say more, and I didn't press. The topic shifted to magic, and I learned something shocking, or rather noticed it. Eva's secret. Oh, you saw it. Is that your secret, Eva-senpai? Nothing grand, just convenient. From behind her, invisible to most, multiple hands made of mana appeared, writhing like snakes. Each could cast magic, allowing her to wield multiple spells at once. So that's why she's the strongest goddess. But it's a technique I could never replicate, unique to her. Don't look so disappointed. You have your own strengths. I don't have anything like that, but... She noticed my expression and understood its true meaning. You thought Alan Kuhn might be able to copy it, didn't you? Exactly. Unlike me, he could probably do it. His ability, noticed during the Sword Magic Cup, was mimicking others' magic, a change not in the original story. Not yet, but someday, I can't afford to slack off. Hee hee, how cute. Keep pushing each other and entertain me. Her smile was the brightest I'd ever seen. I'd always found Eva enigmatic, someone who could turn foe if the wind blew wrong. But today, I revised that thought. She'd likely be our ally. Looking up, a red moon glowed. Suddenly, I recalled the original story. Until now, I'd been waiting, sharpening my fangs for the future I knew was coming. But Alan always charged forward. Maybe I should take a page from him. My eyelids grew heavy, too much mana used. Eva produced a blanket from nowhere. You're tired, lie down. Before I could protest, she tucked me in like a child. The most important thing in this world is the bond between people. Don't become like me. I couldn't respond, sleep magic. As Weiss slept, Eva gazed at the fire, murmuring softly, I miss you. And she began to recall her past. Chapter 4. The goddess passed. The place where I was born was the worst, the absolute worst, and yet the best. Hey, give it back. Ha, if you want it, take it by force. At the top of a mountain of garbage, the doll I'd found was snatched away. The culprit was a big, burly guy named King. Short black hair and sharp, upturned eyes were his trademarks. By the way, King wasn't his real name. He just demanded we call him that, so we did. King, give it back already. Yeah. Shut up, this is mine. A group of kids in tattered clothes jeered. There wasn't a single adult in sight. All of us here were orphans. The reasons varied: war, slavery, abandonment. I'd heard enough sob stories to last a lifetime. What we all had in common was that we survived by scavenging through this dump. King was about my age, maybe 8 or 9. Unlike me, he was a boy and stronger for it. I found it first, don't just steal it. Liar, I found it. Ha, then take it by guh. The next moment, King was sent rolling down the garbage heap with a swift kick from the side. Only one person could pull that off without hesitation: Eva-chan. Here's your doll. Honestly, you're always getting picked on. Thank you. Her silver hair fell in straight, glossy strands, and her skin was strikingly fair. Unlike my jet black hair, hers shimmered with elegance. Despite being a girl, she was stronger and braver than any boy. I admired her. I adored her. Hey, Eva, what if I died? Who knows? I'd say sorry at your grave, King. The garbage here mostly came from the capital. Occasionally, we'd find treasures, and the good stuff always sparked fights. King could be rough, but I didn't hate him. And then there was Eva-chan, my favorite person. The three of us were often together. Like them, I had no parents, or maybe I did somewhere, but I had no idea where. Man, King, you stink. Do you even bathe every day? Once a week, like I can afford more, and you stink too. Me? No way, I just bathed earlier. Come to think of it, Eva-chan always looked pristine and smelled nice. Eva-chan again. Hee, I snuck in. You'll get killed if they catch you. Maybe, but I love living freely. Apparently, Eva-chan often sneaked into noble estates on the outskirts to use their bathtubs. She claimed to know safe days, but it was insanely risky. Our lives were worth so little here. This place was harsh, freezing winters, scorching summers, but we had freedom at least. If only we had money, it'd be perfect. Oh, and this. Eva-chan is this, a melomlin. She pulled out a massive fruit with a beautiful net-like pattern and a tempting hue. Someone once said its flesh was sweet enough to melt in your mouth. Let's all eat it. Except King. Hey, why not me? Apologize properly, and maybe I'll let you. Eva-chan always mediated between us kids in this awful place, carrying herself with grace. She was always smiling, always cheerful. How was she so strong? Sorry, my bad, King muttered, bowing his head toward me. Hunched over, he looked oddly cute, and I couldn't help but laugh. Hey, don't laugh. Sorry. I'll forgive you, thanks to Eva-chan. Hee, nice, let's live more freely, guys. Every kid here, are the freest people in the world. That was Eva-chan's favorite saying. The freest people in the world, that's who we were. I'll live freer than you, Eva. I'm gonna enroll in Noblesse Magic Academy. Noblesse Magic Academy. I tilted my head. Eva-chan chimed in to explain. The world's top magic academy. Even commoners can take the entrance exam, but King, you don't stand a chance. I could make it, though. What you say, I'm definitely getting in. You can't even beat me. Wanna see me get serious? Bring it on. Ow, stop pinching my cheeks, Eva. Hee, this place was the worst, the absolute worst, but it was the best. Welcome back. After an hour's walk from the dump, we reached our so-called home. A tiny place barely qualifying as a town. Greeting us was our beloved grandma. Her smile was warm, her heart even kinder. She never told us her name, saying she'd forgotten it, so we all called her Grandma. She lived with a bunch of us kids, though Eva-chan only stayed occasionally, disappearing to her secret hideout. That mysterious side of her, so free, was part of what I loved. King, wash your hands properly. Shut up, Eva. You're always so nitpicky. Watching their banter always made me smile. We couldn't afford luxuries, but I felt happy. So, how was today? Not great, but I found a doll. Oh, how cute. Grandma had fallen ill and couldn't work anymore. She said she had savings and wouldn't take our money, but I dreamed of becoming rich to give her a comfortable life. I'll clean it up for you later. Grandma protected us. She warned us about soldier patrols, cooked heaps of food despite having no money, and supported us orphans with unconditional love. If I were alone, I'd have died long ago. Everyone carried darkness in their hearts. Even King cried alone sometimes. But Eva-chan was different, strong, kind, never showing weakness. Most kids wanted to escape this life, but I secretly wished it could go on forever. I'd never admit it, though. Come on, wash your hands. We're eating the melomlin together. Because my beloved Eva-chan was always by my side. Okay. The melomlin was melt-in-your-mouth delicious. At our usual workplace, early in the morning when the other kids were still asleep, I found a small necklace. It sparkled, probably fake, but I was thrilled. It was almost Eva-chan's birthday, well, the day we met, and I wanted to give her a gift. She'd love it, right? Hey, where's that guy? Who cares? Voices came from behind. I spun around to see two adults. People rarely came here, but when they did, it was dangerous. Some beat or kicked us for stress relief. Others kidnapped kids for slavery. I ran, knowing this place better than anyone. I could escape. Magic binding. A rope flew from behind, coiling around me like a living thing. I stumbled and fell forward. When'd you learn that spell? Pretty cool, huh? Learned it in the capital. They laughed, treating me like some monster. No kidnapped kid ever came back. No, I didn't want to leave this place. No, she's just a kid, but kinda cute. Wanna have some fun. Idiot, virgin sell for more. Let's go. A large hand reached for me. No. Somebody help. Don't run, gah. Oi, get out of here. King appeared, landing a flying kick on one of the men. You idiot, letting a kid get the better of you, arg. Run now. Next was Eva-chan, delivering a ruthless kick to the other man's face. The ropes around me loosened. Idiots, calling more kids won't help. You adults think you can take whatever you want just 'cause we're kids. Think again. To my shock, King drew a small sword. And then, don't underestimate us. Eva-chan's right hand glowed magic. The men's faces paled. Kids like us using magic was unheard of unless we were trained nobles or gifted. Oi, jackpot, magic users fetch a high price. Early mornings pay off. Yeah, but we don't need the boy, just the girl. Their words backfired. Smirking, they drew large swords. What could I do? I had to fight. What are you doing? Run, Eva-chan shouted. Go, King urged. Their voices jolted me. Run, leave them behind. No, but I was weak, a burden, right. I'll definitely get help. The capital wasn't far. Surely soldiers would come. I ran and ran until my lungs burned and my heart felt like it would burst. No way we can help. Sorry, kid, we're capital soldiers. Can't just leave our post. But King, Eva-chan, they'll be killed. If you want it treated as a case, file the proper paperwork. I couldn't believe it. This was happening now, but they acted like it was already over. They didn't believe me. No, they just didn't care about us. No matter how much I pleaded, they wouldn't listen. I kept pushing until they arrested me for insulting them. Annoying brat. Let's lock her up for the night. Let me go, I have to go. King Eva-chan. A few days later, Grandma came for me. Despite her illness, she'd come all this way. Grandma, King, and Eva-chan. I know. Listen calmly. She told me what happened after I fled the dump. Eva-chan was missing. King was found dead, his body brutally mangled, according to a kid who witnessed it. I didn't want to believe it. It couldn't be true. But Eva-chan was nowhere to be found. Magic users fetch a high price. Eva-chan was alive, she had to be. Listen about Eva-chan. Grandma revealed a truth she'd kept hidden. Eva-chan was a noble's daughter. Her rare appearances were because she sneaked out of her home to avoid detection. The sneaking into estates was a lie she bathed at her own home. She had a strained relationship with her parents, though details were unclear. She'd been giving money she took from home to Grandma for us kids. Why didn't she tell me? Despite her disappearance, her status as a noble's daughter was quickly known. Thanks to witnesses, Grandma wasn't blamed, but we were banned from the capital. It was our fault. Rumors pointed to a growing slave-trading ring as the culprits. I was called once to give a statement, but they revealed nothing about the case. King's body was taken for investigation, and we kids couldn't even say goodbye. Grandma held a funeral, and I tried to find closure. A month later, Grandma's health plummeted. I'm sorry, I couldn't do anything. She'd been trying to find Eva-chan, petitioning the capital despite her illness, walking over an hour each day. After she passed, we kids scattered. We're the freest people in the world. I remembered Eva-chan's words. She was alive. She had to be, I'd find her. I left the worst, most awful, and yet best dump behind. What followed, I don't want to recall. I did terrible things, lied countless times. Years later, I tracked down the slave trader who took Eva-chan. What did you say? She's dead. We didn't know she was a noble's daughter. Big mistake. So we dumped her in the sea. Don't lie. It ain't a lie. Please don't kill me. I didn't want to hear it. I wanted to block my ears. But Eva-chan. I don't believe it. She's alive. I hunted down every slave trader connected to King and Eva-chan, seeking the truth. But only the first man knew anything. Before I knew it, I destroyed what was called the largest slave trading ring at the time. When it was over, an endless void consumed me. Would killing all the world's evil avenge King? Would it bring Eva-chan back? Slave traders were everywhere, kill one, and another would rise. Maybe it was time to end it. At least I'd avenged King. I was free now, free to live, as she'd said. I'd become the freest person in the world. I decided to become an adventurer, the freest life there was. It was my dream from long ago. Hello, registering as an adventurer. May I have your name? My name is you. I wanted to be free. Hey, Eva-chan, can I take your name? I wanted to be you. I admired you. You'd forgive me, right? After that day, my hair turned white. It made me a little happy, like I resembled you. And can I take King's name too? Eva King sounds a bit embarrassing, so I'll take his real name. You hated it, but I liked it. Avery, right? My name is Eva. Eva Avery. My name is Eva Avery, the freest person in the world. Unbound, answering to no one. I don't want to recall my old name, or maybe I can't. But to be free, I had to be the strongest. I was done with powerlessness. So I'd become stronger. Years later, I was unbeatable. Unstoppable, unquestioned, the freest, loneliest person in the world. Eva Avery, that's me. Noblesse Magic Academy sounds nostalgic. Maybe I'll enroll. I entered with record-breaking scores, dominated the underclassmen, and won the 11th Noblesse Sword Magic Cup. Beoling, maybe I'll quit, I'm free after all. Everything was dull, nothing was fun. But during the tri-year tag tournament as a mid-level student, an announcement stirred my heart. Underclassmen know, 24, Ior Taurus, incapacitated. Points awarded to Weiss Fansant and Kalta Weor. That's the infamous noble, huh? No one defied me. No one tried to surpass me. In my tedious academy life, a junior appeared, brimming with killing intent, and Mana, a blonde, smug-faced kid. The notorious disgraced noble. Weiss Fansant. It's an honor to meet you, Eva Avery Senpai. Hee, you're the famous Weiss-kun. Nice to meet you. Ah, this was fun. Maybe I'd stay a bit longer. 2 interesting boys had shown up. King, Eva-chan, they reminded me of you just a little. Are you doing well? I'm living as the freest person in the world. Chapter 5, The Great Full Moon. In the library of Noblesse Magic Academy, I was deep in discussion with Cecil. Fansant-kun, to be honest, this is incredibly difficult. If we go through official channels, we'll be turned away at the gate. Worst case, we could be thrown in jail for disrespect. Are you sure about this? I'm not doubting you, but honestly, I'm almost certain. Even so, I believe it's true. I see, but what do we do? Explaining that Princess Sophia of Carlo's kingdom will be killed by demons on the day of the grand full moon. Noblesse Oblige has its constants, key events that anchor the story, like Alan's enrollment in the academy. One such event is the assassination of Princess Sophia from Carlo's kingdom, a close ally of Ostrava kingdom. In the original story, it's revealed only to the player that demons are the culprits, but Carlo's kingdom's investigation report leaves the perpetrator unknown. This incident sets off a chain reaction, reshaping the world. With no progress in identifying the culprit, nations tighten border controls, halting trade, a devastating blow to smaller countries. People lose jobs, turn to crime for money, and chaos spreads. The Demon King's forces are terrifyingly strong, but raw power alone can't topple the world. They manipulate information, sowing fear among humans. If we can prevent this, we could alter the major events of the original story. I remembered this during my camping night with Eva. This time, we'd strike first. I calculated the next grand full moon based on the story's progression and finally pinpointed it. As a mere noble, I couldn't expect anyone to listen if I claimed demons would attack without evidence. At worst, I'd be jailed for false reports. So, I began preparing quietly. The challenges were daunting. The original story only mentioned the assassination was by demons, with no details on where or how Princess Sophia died. We had no access to royal schedules. All we knew was it happened on the grand full moon. The method was unclear, but the goal was set: conceal our identities and keep Princess Sophia safe until the day passed. Her royal guards would likely be useless, given the original story. That left two options: kidnap her until the day ended or stay by her side to thwart the demon assassination. Either way, it was a baseless plan that could brand us as criminals. Even so, I was determined to make those damned demons pay. Worst case, I'll go alone. What, storm Carlo's kingdom's castle by yourself? It's a small country, but their guards aren't pushovers. I can sneak in. Kidnapping would be ideal, but if that's too hard, I'll stay close when the demons show up. You're way too reckless, but I've decided to follow you, so let's come up with a better plan. Cecil took my baseless claims seriously. Honestly, where would I be without her? Still, I'm asking a lot, but this could make us criminals. If our identities are exposed, we won't just be expelled from Noblesse Magic Academy, we'll be hunted. Oh, doesn't that sound kind of fun? But if it comes to that, you'll have to protect me to the ends of the earth. Cecil smiled playfully. I really owed her. We brainstormed, but no solid plan emerged that day. A few days later, a ray of hope appeared, thanks to an unexpected source. It's my day off, but I'm stuck with work. Tough life, huh, Duke? It's for my future, so I deal. I overheard Alan and Duke chatting casually in the cafeteria. That's right. After classes, I called Duke aside. Yo, rare to see you like this. What's up? Don't tell me the great Duke-sama has a favor to ask. Just kidding, no way you'd. No, you're exactly right. I need a favor. For real? Wait, what? You've got a nightly duty coming up, right? Something involving Princess Sophia. How do you know that? I mean, a guy like me's just standing by Carlo's kingdom's castle gate, staring at the sky. What's it to you? On the grand full moon, Duke, from a knightly family, would be assigned to guard duty in the Nabe-Oling kingdom. It was briefly mentioned in the original story, something I'd completely forgot. That meant Duke knew, or would soon know, the details. He was all muscle, protein, and minerals, but not a bad guy. Even if he didn't believe me, he wouldn't blab. On the grand full moon, I told him everything, including that the future wasn't certain. I also asked about Princess Sophia. As a knight, leaking classified info, especially about royalty, was a grave crime. And I was Weisfansant, with zero credibility. Sorry, even for you I can't. It's not that I don't trust you, it's just something a knight can't do. Yeah, I get it. He listened to the end, then quietly refused. I expected as much, but I had to try. But if you're that serious, there's a chance, right? Can't ignore that. It's just a possibility. They might not even show. Huh? No evidence at all, huh? Exactly. Duke said got it and left. A few days later, I understood what he meant. On the grand full moon, a ball for nobles and royalty will be held near Ostrava Kingdom. Princess Sophia is scheduled to attend. Her carriage will have dedicated guards, and while the departure time isn't set, it'll likely head to the capital at night. Duke, I'll dig deeper until the last minute. Man, I'm an idiot. This alone could get me locked up. I owe you big time. No big deal. Everyone dreams of playing the shadowy hero, right? Besides, it's not like you to hesitate. Just say good job like usual. Duke grinned freely. In the original story, he was the most upright, never tolerating injustice. Yet he'd committed a crime for me, a knight's unforgivable sin. I couldn't burden him further. That's enough, I'll handle the rest. Don't be stupid. If I'm in, I'm all in. But there's a condition. Bring Alan and Shari into this. We'll need them if demons show up. You know we can't stop them alone, right? He was right. More allies meant better odds. Facing demons alone, I wasn't sure I could protect her. With Alan and Shari, our chances soared. But Alan was the protagonist. Changing the story could lead to unpredictable outcomes. I couldn't decide. Then, I heard from Cecil-san. Weiss, I'm in. If there's even a slight chance someone could die, we have to give it our all. Same here. If demons are coming, we can't ignore it. Even if they don't, as long as our identities stay hidden, it'll be fine, right? We can pull this off together. Alan, Shari, and Cecil appeared. Cecil had made the call and told them. My resolve hardened. I'd sworn not to involve them, but I told Cynthia and Lilith too. They agreed to help without hesitation, promising to stick with me even if the worst happened. This would be the biggest change I'd made to this world. But I'd make it succeed. The ball's security is tight, so the princess's guards will be thinner than usual. In a meeting room at Noblesse Magic Academy, Duke pointed at a map of Carlo's kingdom on the table. Present were Cecil, Duke, Alan, Shari, Cynthia, and Lilith. Using Duke's intel, we calculated the likely route of the princess's carriage. Sorry to interrupt the plan, but can I say something? Shari raised her hand. Go ahead, I said. The royal guards are elite, right? Way stronger than us. Do we really need to separate the princess from them? Our plan started with kidnapping her. Shari's concern was valid, but in the original story, the guards were useless, hence the drastic approach. They're strong, sure, but they won't expect a demon attack. If they're caught off guard, even the strongest fall. Shari, I think we're stronger than the knights now, Alan said confidently, classic protagonist attitude. I agree, Duke added. Knights vary in skill. Even so, demons that can take them out, I'm worried we might not win. Weiss, do you know the scale of the attack? Cecil asked. No clue. Could be just demons, or monsters too. I'd like to protect civilians too, if possible, Alan said, concerned about collateral damage. I didn't know the details either. The incident was only described like a historical event. Having Alan's help was great, but his do-gooder nature was a wild card. If civilians got hurt, how would he react? No, maybe that's not fair. As the protagonist, his actions might not backfire. Maybe trusting him was the better call. Protagonist miracles are a story staple, after all. I understand Alan Sand's feelings, but let's focus on how to distract the knights, Cecil said, taking charge. The discussion didn't wrap neatly. We also needed someone to track the princess's movements. Duke would only be at the castle gate, not close enough to know when she'd leave for the ball. I'll infiltrate the castle and relay info to Cecil San until the last second, Lilith said. It was a critical role, dangerously so, but Lilith wouldn't budge. I'm confident in stealth. Don't worry, no one will spot me. Known as the silent killer, Lilith was a former assassin. She'd pull it off. She was too good a maid, no friend for me. Sorry, Lilith. Not at all. I'm happy to do it for Weiss-sama and everyone. Don't push yourself, Lilith, Cynthia said. Thank you, Cynthia-san. The discussion dragged on late into the night. City District B. After classes, our team trained together, practicing coordination for various attack scenarios and planning for communication breakdowns. The biggest issue was manpower. Carlo's kingdom had 4 gates, north, south, east, and west. We wouldn't know which gate the carriage would use until the last moment. The south gate was closest to the ball, but they might take a detour. Lilith would infiltrate the castle, Duke would be on guard duty, and Cecil would oversee everything from the central clock tower. That left me, Cynthia, Shari, and Alan to cover the gates, 1 per person. One of us would have to kidnap the princess from her guards alone. Too risky. Even if demons appeared, protecting her while fighting would be tough. Who joined such a baseless, dangerous plan? You didn't ask me. That's cold Weiss. Sorry to keep you waiting. Looks like everyone's here. Alan and Kaltu appeared in the district. Why, how? Cynthia and the others ran to thank them as if it was natural. Kaltu approached me. Weiss-kun, remember when you first spoke to me? Yeah. You said, I can use you, so you'd better use me too. Right. Thanks to you, I stayed in school. I haven't repaid that debt. She stood tall, eyes locked on mine, no trace of the timid Kalta. You could be expelled or hunted. I don't care, I'm just happy to help. Same here, Alan said. When you saved me in the undead forest, I was thrilled. Man Weiss, you're popular, Duke teased with a smirk. These naive do-gooders. I didn't say it, but my expression must have given me away. Alan and Shari started teasing. Weiss smiling, that's rare. Snow in summer, maybe. Shut up. We refined the plan. Alan and Shari took the south gate, most likely, and Shari's traps were perfect for it. Alan, with Pippin for surveillance, took the least likely east gate alone. Kalta and Cynthia handled the west gate. I got the north gate. If anything happened, Kalta could move with Cynthia for quick support. With a week until the grand full moon, we'd finalize the details. Demons, no noblesse oblige, I'd beat you. Carlo's kingdom, noon. The ball was at night, but we'd already entered the country. After intense training in the short time we had, my resolve was set. So was theirs. Duke, that's my meat. Just order more. Enough, both of you. Alan, Duke, Shari. Let's eat calmly, everyone. This sweet sauce is my favorite. Kalta, Alan, Weiss, you've got sauce on your face. Wipe, wipe. Cynthia-san, your sound effects are coming out loud. Cynthia, Lilith, and... It's better to stay relaxed for big missions, right? Cecil met my eyes, smiling with a mix of exasperation and joy. Failure could mean expulsion or being hunted as criminals, but they acted carefree, enjoying the moment. Were they just noblesse students or noblesse oblige characters? Weiss, Alan called. Don't worry, we all trust you. Even if something goes wrong, together we'll manage. His absurd optimism infected everyone, sparking talk of becoming adventurers. Damn upbeat, reckless protagonist. Showing off, huh? But this time, I'd count on that protagonist aura. The plan's linchpin was Lilith. Infiltrating the castle was a crime, no excuses. If spotted, we'd have to scrap everything. Lilith, I'm counting on you. Yes, leave it to me. For Weiss-sama, I'd go through fire, water, or castles. She looked more reliable than ever. Noblesse Oblige's full moon was red and massive, illuminating the night like a symbol of this otherworld. Duke was already on guard duty by the castle gate. Cecil was at the clock tower, overlooking the city. Kalta waited high above her gate, Alan near hers. Lilith was executing her part, but with magic sensors near the castle, we couldn't contact her recklessly. Ironically, the night sky was stunning, stars sparkling. See you later, Weiss, Cynthia said. Be careful, Cynthia. Alan and Shari, at the most likely south gate, had set traps even royal guards would struggle to detect. Operation start. Lilith's-san reports the princess's carriage has left with 6 guards. Let's do some bad things. Cecil's telepathic message echoed in my mind, her rare playful tone making me smirk. I was on standby near the north gate. Alan, Shari, south gate, all clear. Alan, east gate, all clear. Cynthia, Kalta, west gate, all clear. Cecil's telepathy was like a one-way call, so we couldn't talk simultaneously, but we heard each other. No sign of the carriage. I was about to report all clear when I spotted a black horse-drawn carriage, a royal one. The princess was likely inside. It was a less probable gate, possibly chosen for a detour. North gate, come here. No rush. I'd wait for backup and we'd kidnap her together. But then, south gate carriage spotted, east gate confirmed, west gate too. What? Of course, a princess targeted before would use decoy carriages. The original story didn't mention it, but it made sense. No need to panic. The goal remained. I contacted Cecil. Change of plans. Get close to the carriages, use mana detection to find the princess. Her mana's weaker than the knight's. We'll know instantly. Cecil, any other ideas? Duke, anything from Lilith? Relayed, no word from them. No objections. It's a bit forceful, but let's follow your plan, Fansen-kun. We can do this. Another issue arose. The North Gate carriage veered off the expected route, taking a longer detour. That made it more likely the princess was inside, avoiding attention. Let's go. Using an unnatural wall, I masked my face with a black hood. The carriage stopped upon noticing me. The 6 guards instantly radiated intense mana, drawing swords without hesitation. Who are you? What's your deal? Back off. Everyone, charge your mana. I spread my mana detection. If she wasn't there, I'd retreat. But I felt faint mana from the carriage, light attributed, as described in the story. It was her. I tried contacting Cecil, but she was too far to respond. The knights likely used magic too. I couldn't injure them or reveal my identity. Ha, bring it on. Blessing of healing and impulse of destruction. I stomped, deploying a magic circle. Despite the dire situation, I felt exhilarated. I got it, I was enjoying this. Weiss, you're thrilled by the challenge, wondering how it'll play out. But this confirmed it. The demons would come. Kidnapping her here was critical. I'd become a criminal if that's what it took. Form up is trained. Don't underestimate him, he's strong. I'd hoped they'd let their guard down, but these were elite guards. The captain issued precise orders. Still, no knight could go all out from the start. Lucky for me, I was just a kid. They'd underestimate me, captain's orders or not. I couldn't summon Debi to hide my identity, so I was alone. Ha, this is fun. Nothing gets the blood pumping like a disadvantage. Unnatural wall. I soared high. Muroku-sensei once said knights were strong due to relentless training, so I'd outmaneuver them with unpredictable moves. 1 and 2, front, 3 and 4, flanks. 5 with me. The captain barked orders, and the knights moved seamlessly, their training evident. Impressive, but I'd take them down one by one. Thief. As I swung my sword overhead, a knight braced to block. Did he think he could stop my hard-earned skill? Infusing mana into my blade, I shattered his sword in one strike. Another knight swung from the side, but I blocked with an unnatural wall. Knights were tall, trained for height differences. So I fought low, lower than they'd expect. Duke, our spars are paying off. You punk. Their coordination was solid. One faltered, another stepped in. But they were too slow. I kicked one's legs, disrupting his stance, then knocked him out with the flat of my blade. Same for the second. Armor was great for defense but limited vision, especially for vertical movement. Another lesson from Muroku-sensei. They tried protecting the captain, realizing I was targeting him. Use magic, kill him if you must. I smirked, so there were rules holding them back. Too late. Fire slash. I dodged a flaming sword, knocking out the third knight. The fourth deployed a defensive spell, but I saw its weak point through the flash, breaking it and knocking him out. The fifth fell, leaving only the captain. What's your goal? I didn't answer. Seconds later, he collapsed. Breathing steady, I scanned the area. The city was close, but far enough that no one heard. No witnesses. As I approached the carriage, the door swung open. There she was, Princess Sophia, exactly as in the original story. Shoulder-length black hair, a crimson dress, and radiant white skin. Her eyes, described as the world's most beautiful red crystals, lived up to the hype. And well, her proportions matched too. Quite the skilled fighter. Which country sent you? No need to answer. Fine, kill me. I'm tired of everything. Her composure was regal, befitting a princess. The story said she was exhausted by political conflicts. She likely thought I was an assassin. But the flash revealed her slight trembling. She was resolute yet scared. She had pride and resolve. I'd honor that. I'd planned to knock her out and kidnap her, but maybe not. My apologies for the rough treatment. You may not believe me, but I'm no thief. I'm here to protect you. I knelt, speaking politely as a sign of respect. Naturally, her eyes widened. What do you mean? Tonight, your life is in danger. It's not certain, but please hide with me until the full moon passes. You expect me to believe that. If you're here to help, why hide your face? I'm sorry, but I can't reveal myself. I sensed faint mana near the gate, probably a civilian. We couldn't be seen. I scooped her up. What are you doing? Sorry, we're flying. Fly, eek. Using an unnatural wall, I soared into the sky. I wanted to regroup with Alan's team, but first needed a safe spot. Finding a suitable rock, I set her down gently. Sorry about the dirt. Quite the polite assassin. I'm not an assassin, anyway. Cecil, can you hear me? The plan's a partial success. No response, she was too far. But she'd likely heard me attacking the carriage. The situation was conveyed. The grand full moon glowed red above. Not long until the deadline. If nothing happened, fine. I'd move closer to Cecil's range soon. Take that. My mask was yanked off. I hadn't expected that and let my guard down. But that's cheating. Stop it. I'm a perfectionist. I wore multiple masks for this reason. I'd braced for a princess, but she was more childish than expected. Hey, hey, hey. Ignoring me, she tore off the second, third, and fourth masks. Now I was getting annoyed. This wasn't a game. We were risking our lives. Stop. Fifth. Enough. I grabbed her face to stop her. Too much, whatever. That's disrespectful. This isn't a game. When the grand full moon ends, I'll return you to the castle. Until then, behave. She was a tomboy, as the story described. Brave or suicidal, hard to tell. I don't care about going back. Kill me if you want. Politeness was getting tedious. What's so bad? You've got power to move people with a word. What's to complain about? Oh, your real tone's casual. I like it. Thanks. It looks that way, doesn't it? But you wouldn't understand. I've never been free. My future's already decided. She was bound by an arranged marriage, separated from her true love, with no time for herself. Today's ball was just political. I knew this, but she didn't know I did. She'd likely been resentful since childhood. And in the story, she died. I wouldn't let that happen. I don't know about royal life, but the future's not set. You can change what's coming. I'm here to prove it. I've done it before. No, that's impossible. I don't know your goal, but you're different. You're living freely. Wrong. I'm acting to overturn a set future. To save you. My firm words made her tremble, her gaze dropping sadly. There's nothing good about living. Her demeanor troubled me. Saving her wouldn't change the future if she wanted to die. That was a problem. What now? Next year, a dessert will become popular in the Western Kingdom. A strawberry cake, your favorite, with chocolate and melomlin. It'll charm everyone and spread globally. Die, and you'll miss it. What? How do you know that? Are you from the future? Who knows? Wanna live now? It's your favorite. A bit. Selfish, huh? I shared bits of future knowledge from the story, harmless things to lift her spirits. She perked up slightly, but not enough. Then a throwaway event made her cheeks twitch. Is that true? Yeah. Absolutely, positively true. Absolutely. Then I'll live. Huh, what's that? So the 7-colored pig rampaging in the capital got you. I wanna see it. A 7-colored pig, never heard of it. Fair, but you look better now. How so? You're smiling naturally. She was just a girl like this. I'd seen her as a game character to protect, like a guard mission. But no, this wasn't a crime. It was saving her life. That fueled me further. Thanks. You're welcome. She stared at me and yanked off another mask. Damn it. 7th. Don't mess with me, I'm we. Nothing. Sounds familiar. No use of thinking about it now. I nearly voiced out my name. For an assassin you are nice. I like you. Glad to hear it. Are the ones after me that strong? Very, but don't worry, I'll protect you. Hee, I'm counting on you. A lot of time had passed. I wanted to reach Cecil, but I still sensed Mana near the gate. No signs of trouble yet. If it was just paranoia, fine, no one would die. We're almost out of time. Sorry you missed the ball. I don't care, it's boring anyway. When can I see you again? This was the most exciting day ever. You want me to live, right? So meet me again, or I'll die. That's not the deal. You said my voice could move people. I'm asking you now. You're sly. Your fault. Protect me until I see that 7-colored pig. I laughed and removed my mask myself, kneeling again out of respect. I'm Weiss, eldest son of the Fancent family. I apologize for my actions. I had information that demons were targeting you, so I took the liberty of protecting you. You're that Fancent. Yeah, my bad reputation lingered. Oh, I heard you're insanely strong. So it's you really protected me. Thank you, Weiss Fancent. I won't hold you accountable or tell anyone. I'm grateful. Her words stunned me. She knew me, not my infamy, but me. The future could be changed, I was certain. Also, you're hotter than I thought. You look better without the mask. Thanks. A strange sound came from the sky, familiar, a sound of despair. Chapter 6, Attack. Zizati, zizati. Zizazizati, zizati. The calamity had arrived. My prediction was spot on, but it was worse than I'd imagined. A massive teleportation spell enveloped Carlo's kingdom in darkness. Looking up, my body froze at the sheer scale of it. What the hell is that? I should have fled, but I couldn't tear my eyes away. The mana emanating from the teleportation spell was overwhelming, akin to Kalta's mana cannon. The next moment, the sky blazed like midday. It revealed the teleportation spell as a device for unleashing a colossal mana surge. It was large enough to blanket the entire kingdom. Those with magic resistance might survive, but anyone without it would perish. What is that? Sophia gasped. I quickly pulled her close, shielding her with defensive magic. Protecting the whole kingdom was beyond me. The sky gathered an immense amount of mana, slowly, as if to instill despair. Then a massive mana cannon fired toward the kingdom, but a defensive spell instantly deployed, deflecting it entirely. Through the flash, I saw a flawless spell structure, almost beautiful. It not only blocked the cannon but incorporated countermeasures to prevent secondary damage. Who could do this? No way, her? No time to dwell on it. I carried Sophia and moved closer to the city. It was risky, but I needed to hear Cecil's voice. Fleeing without assessing the situation was foolish. The calamity's here. Everyone, stick to the plan but prepare for the enemy. As expected, Cecil's voice came through. I quickly contacted her, reporting that I'd secured Sophia and mentioning the barrier. It wasn't me, Alan Kuhn's doing. After hearing your plan, he decided we needed help. I just found out too. He didn't say, because he'd take all the blame if things went wrong. That protagonist, damn, he's the best. He outdid me, and I felt a pang of frustration. But there was no time for that. Multiple teleportation windows opened in the sky, far larger than those at the Sword Magic Cup. The plan had succeeded, but the worst was yet to come. I'd protect Sophia with my life. As if mocking my resolve, monsters descended one after another, upper-tier ones from the story's endgame. They weren't large, but each was as strong as a demon, likely surpassing the Michael I'd once fought. Most headed into the city. If I didn't act, countless would die, but my priority was Sophia. "The kingdom, everyone," she cried. "It's okay." Cecil's voice responded as if answering Sophia. Despite the crisis, I smirked. Two figures soared into the sky, Eva Avery and Muroku Abida's, the strongest duo. They must have blocked the mana cannon. How the hell did Alan convince them? Best not stray too far. I prioritized regrouping as planned. Then, a teleportation window appeared above us. In the original story, it might have been reacting to Sophia's mana. Out came more upper-tier monsters, a lizardman covered in tough scales and an undead monster with immortal powers. "Sophia, stay close, I'll protect you." "Okay." Her trembling voice was forced, and I gripped her hand tighter. Even if I couldn't see them, I had reliable allies. My job was to defeat the enemies in front of me. Blessing of healing and impulse of destruction. Don't think you monsters can beat me with numbers alone. Upper-tier monsters were tricky. They wielded magic like dragons and had human-like intelligence. Yet I was thrilled. This dire situation was noblesse oblige. But Sophia, seeing such monsters for the first time, was terrified, so I taunted her lightly. "What? Even a princess is scared of monsters." "Of course I am," she snapped. "Then I'll put you at ease." Overwhelming force would calm her. A lizardman charged with a saber in its right hand, shrieking. I blocked with an unnatural wall, aimed for its heart, and stabbed. For good measure, I severed its head. Targeting the undead next, I dispatched it instantly, infusing light magic to prevent revival. Staying close to Sophia, I cut down enemy after enemy. Wiping sweat, I surveyed the carnage. The first wave was done, leaving only gruesome corpses. Maybe I overdid it. Sophia seemed even more scared. "Amazing, incredible, you're so strong." "Awesome, princess, gutsy as hell." "Yeah, but it's not over." Even upper-tier monsters should be manageable for royal guards. That meant demons, or worse, were coming. My allies at the gates were likely fighting similar battles. No word from Cecil meant she was directing the fight. Looking up, monsters poured in like an infinite swarm. Terrifying, but Muroku-sensei and Eva, radiating immense mana, were handling them. Those two wouldn't lose. Sophia gazed at the sky too. "Don't worry, they won't lose. Stronger than you. For now." I hoped at least. Then Cecil's voice came through. "Fansen Kun, how's it going?" "Just fought some monsters." "What's the situation?" "A few injuries. There are lots of monsters, but thanks to Eva-san and Muroku-sensei, damage is contained. We're learning from some incredible people, aren't we?" In the original story, Muroku-sensei appeared in the final act. Like Eva, her presence here was unthinkable. Agreed. How's Cynthia and the others? Everyone's handling their areas. No demons yet, but we can't let our guard down. Alan-san and Shari-san are heading your way from the south gate. Move clockwise to meet them. Got it. Sherry's traps and magic offered unmatched defense. And though I hated to admit it, Alan's mimicry was our most versatile asset. Regrouping would clinch this. "We're moving. Time to fly again." "Okay. Sorry for being a burden." "No need to apologize, but when this is over, a thank you would be nice. I'll say it as many times as you want." Quite a change from before. I hoisted Sophia onto my back and took to the sky. Spotting Kalta high above, moving so fast I could barely track her, I saw her blasting flying monsters with mana cannons. Ruthless. With this scale, knights and mages from Ostrava's capital were likely en route. Time was on our side. I glanced at the grand full moon. The reason Sophia's assassination was set for this day, monsters gained extra mana, enabling bolder moves. There they are. Alan and Shari were fighting monsters near the south gate, a lot of them. Alan could handle it, but Shari's magic was less effective on the move, with no time to set traps. Time to help. "Sophia, we're moving. Hold tight." "Why, yes." I unleashed wind slashes from the sky. Sensing my mana, Alan and Shari leaped high to dodge. The monsters' heads were sliced clean off. I landed and called out. "Good job." "Weiss, that was dangerous. What if we died?" Alan yelped. "I knew you'd dodge." "And you did." "Well, yeah, but..." "If I died, I'd curse you for generations," Shari glared. "Maybe I overdid it. Results were good, though." Shari knelt and Alan hurriedly followed. Please forgive our rudeness, Princess Sophia. Sorry. Shari's noble etiquette contrasted with Alan's clumsiness, hilarious. It's fine, Sophia said. I'm grateful. You risked becoming criminals to protect me. Noblesse Magic Academy's students live up to their reputation as remarkable people. No way, how'd you know? Shari beamed, then glared at me. No way I was dealing with that now, I ignored her. Alan, any updates? Lilith Sans with Duke, fighting near the castle. Alan Sands helping civilians evacuate. Good, less than an hour until the grand full moon ends. The demons will strike before then. Stay sharp. Of course. I noticed Alan's sword. That's yours. A bit too bright, I named it the Holy Sword. An ancient magical sword, unlike my ominous blade, it glowed like it screamed, protagonist. Light attributed, it radiated unfamiliar mana. Shari had a ring. It amplified her spirit powers while being practical. Cynthia said hers wasn't ready, so she left it at the academy. Duke's was probably a close combat weapon. Everyone's leveling up beyond the original story. What are you staring at? Shari asked. Just thinking it's wasted on you. What's that supposed to mean? Guess that didn't land. Then, a massive teleportation spell appeared in the sky. Here they come. But what emerged was a familiar, infuriating monster. A dragon, Alan muttered. Memories flooded back. I'd barely defeated one before, pushing past my limits. Even now, stronger, I knew its terror. My grip tightened, my breathing quickened. Then, Cecil's voice cut through. Alan San says leave the sky to him and Kaltasan. Looking up, I saw Alan, riding Kalta's staff, charging the dragon. Unlike most stories, Noblesse Oblige's dragons were insanely strong. I'd felt it firsthand. Even Kalta's mana cannon couldn't take it down. No way, impossible. Defying my fears, Alan leaped from the staff toward the dragon. Alan noticed too. The dragon's red flames missed him narrowly as he landed on its head. My heart raced, like when I played the game. Taming a monster required understanding its heart and surpassing its power with unyielding will. That genius bastard. Alan tamed the dragon. Its mana shifted. Riding its back, he wielded its flames, downing monsters. I smirked, awed by his and Kalta's support. Who'd have thought those two would be on the front lines in such a deadly situation? But Noblesse Oblige allowed no respite. 5 massive teleportation windows opened, legs emerging. Here they come, our turn. Get ready. It wasn't just the 7 calamity sins from the sword magic cup. A blonde, handsome man, Bifa. A cold-eyed brunette woman, Suluz. A hulking, furious black-haired man, Rackham. 2 others I didn't recognize. A short-haired blonde as big as Darius, and another whose appearance was eerily familiar. Alan and Shari noticed too. Probably every Noblesse student did. Silver, straight hair, milky white skin, a refined face like a Western doll. Eva Avery descended from the sky. No illusion, transformation, or mimicry, it was her spitting image, radiating the same extraordinary mana. But black horns, the mark of a demon, protruded from her head. What the hell? I didn't understand, but this was the game I loved, layer upon layer of despair, making victory all the sweeter. Come on. No matter who you are, I'll take you down. The demons descended, but the most shocked wasn't Weiss, Alan, Cecil, or Milk, it was Eva Avery. Why, how? Eva-chan and King. Eva, always smiling, was now visibly shaken. Muroku, noticing, approached her. What's going on? Why are there 2 Evas? Do you know something? Eva didn't answer, staring silently at the sky, then whispering inaudibly. You're alive? No, impossible. A fake. She surged with unprecedented mana, radiating killing intent. Muroku braced reflexively. Eva launched herself alone, charging the demons. As she closed in, mana-formed hands sprouted from her back, unleashing every kind of magic. Starting already, Bifa shouted. Oi, Nell. Got it, King, Nell replied. The demons raised a defensive spell, and Eva's magic collided with a deafening roar. Damn, she's something, King grimaced. Beside him, Nell, smiling like Eva's mirror, spoke. You really are a hard worker. Raising her mana, Nell summoned identical mana hands, firing magic. The spells canceled each other out, exploding in the sky with thunderous force, like a barrage of bombs. Everyone looked up, witnessing a clash of mana that could destroy the kingdom. Finally, the 2 Evas faced each other. Nell, with black horns, spoke first. Been a while. Why do you look like me? What, you admire me or something? How did you steal my memories? Hee, overthinking it. Relax, I'm the real deal. See that idiot strutting back there? You know who he is, right? Still as arrogant and nonsensical as ever. Eva glanced at King, her memories flooding back, the doll stolen at the dump, the worst, most awful, yet best place. Each word stabbed her heart, memories flashing like a carousel. Why, you were supposed to be dead. Nell's expression darkened slightly. We died, thanks to human garbage and their egos, but we were reborn as demons. A liar. No lie. And I know you've been searching for me and King. Eva's breathing quickened. She'd seen illusion magic before, but these two weren't conjured by mana. We can't talk long. I'm Nell now, so you can keep the name Eva. Come with us. We haven't changed since back then. We still want to live freely in this shitty world. Help us. Nell pressed on. We're here for a purpose. I know you're confused, but I want you to understand. For what? For freedom. So no one suffers. Eva's heart pounded. The girl who always looked forward at the dump hadn't changed. Her voice, her outstretched hand, reached for her. Come, Eva. If you join, my dream comes true. Grandma would be happy. But Eva didn't take her hand. There's no proof you're real. You'll see if you come, but first we have a job. To kill Princess Sophia. Oh, yes, it's important. It's necessary. Eva faltered, but King's voice cut in. Hard to swallow right away, huh? I say take it slow. King, find the princess. I'll handle her. Got it, Eva, I'm always waiting. King descended with the 3 demons, but a defensive spell activated. A mana cannon struck, and Muroku stood before them. I don't get it, but killing you should do it. I'll take you, King grinned, surging with mana. Beside her, Eva stirred slightly. Her right hand clenched tightly. If this were the old me, I might have gone with you. What do you mean? I'm here now as a senior at Noblesse Magic Academy. I was asked to protect someone. I'm living freely, by my own will. Whether you're real or not, I'll find out after I take you down. In that instant, Eva unleashed another spell. Nell caught it, a faint smile playing on her lips. Got it. For now, I'll go back to those days. At that place, strength was everything. We were weak, but to gain freedom, we had to fight. Fine, Eva. If you can beat me, I'll tell you everything. It made no sense. High above, 2 Evas clashed, their extraordinary mana colliding. An illusion? No, it didn't feel like one. Stop thinking. Focus on protecting Princess Sophia. Then I caught a familiar mana and figure. Relief washed over me. Running from the gate were Lilith and Cynthia. They'd made it. Weiss, sorry we're late. Princess Sophia, it's an honor to meet you. I'm Cynthia of the Violetta family. Weiss-sama, apologies for the delay. What is that? Lilith had noticed too, looking up. I couldn't answer but told her not to dwell on it. Reinforcements were likely on their way, just a bit longer. But as if to deny that hope, a powerful mana surged in the sky. There stood the 3 demons from the sword magic cup. Long time no see. Looks like everyone's here. Gehaha, you've gotten pretty strong, huh? Really? Seems the same to me. Bifa whispered in my ear, Rackham hurled a fireball, and Sulu's wielded her teleportation window. Back then, I was desperate. Not now. I'd sharpen my fangs for this. I readied my sword, as did Lilith, Cynthia, Alan, and Shari. This was it. If mana consumption wasn't an issue, it was time to summon her. Debi. A black mass appeared in the sky, exploding into Debi. Her wings stood taller than usual, she was raring to go. Now the real fight began. Let's go, everyone. Time to show what our training's worth. Understood. Cynthia conjured a chilling aura, and ice wings sprouted on our backs, a joint spell with Shari. Until now, we fought with our own weapons and magic. Today, we'd leverage each other's strengths. Shari protects Sophia. In an instant, everyone but Shari took flight. We'd learned from the last calamity, where we could only watch flying demons. This time was different, a coordination never seen in the original story. Interesting, Bifa remarked. I'll focus on support, so you 2 handle the front, Sulu said. Ha, Sulus, you coward. Bifa, abilities unlocked? Rackham roared. Maybe, depending on how it goes, Bifa replied. The demons were still smug, but that wouldn't last. The 2 Eva-sans are fighting above, but no major changes yet. Muroku-sensei's engaging another demon. Court mages, knights from Ostrava's capital, and allies from friendly nations are arriving. Carlo's kingdom's soldiers are fighting too. Stall, and we win. Don't overdo it. Cecil's calm voice reassured us at the perfect moment. Damn, nothing but exceptional people around me. Weiss, Alan called. I know. Alan and I moved forward. Our plan was to act in pairs. I wasn't thrilled my partner was the protagonist, but Cecil's strategy, based on training success rates, was sound. As a piece on the board I'd follow, we targeted Bifa. Cynthia and Lilith took Rackham, the one who'd thrown that massive fireball before. Sulu's rear support was exactly as Cecil predicted. Alan and I split left and right, weaving through the air to flank Bifa. Up, down, defended or not, my flash would destroy everything. Annoyingly, Alan could do the same. No holding back, Alan. Obviously. Nice, you've refined your skills since last time, Bifa noted. Our coordination surpassed even dragons. Die or show your trump card. This might kill me, Bifa said. As we closed in, Bifa vanished just like before. But this was the second time. We'd anticipated it, using flash to track him. Alan, what do you see? Not teleportation, just insanely fast movement. Same read. High above, Bifa stood beside Sulu's, eyes wide with shock. Ha, even demons make that face. Caught red-handed. Showed too much? Sulu's teased. Guess so. Even the Demon King's predictions can be off, Bifa replied. Don't badmouth the Demon King, Sulu snapped. Not what I meant. Nearby, Cynthia and Lilith unleashed relentless attacks on Rackham. Despite his bulk, he moved with surprising agility. Interesting. Humans grow stronger with time. That's what sets you apart from demons. Rackham laughed, baring his fang-like teeth. He was right, demons' ranks were fixed at birth. The strong were born strong. Humans grew through effort. That was our edge. Cynthia-san. I know. Lilith threw knives, which Cynthia infused with ice, a blend of speed and power. In this world, solo fights were rare. Even makeshift teams trained to find optimal strategies with intellect and mana. Alan, Kalta, and Duke, absent here, were likely fighting the same way. No way, Rackham roared, cloaking himself in a fiery armor as evasion failed. The heat was intense, even from a distance, brutal for ice-attributed Cynthia. Rackham's ability was perfect for offense and defense. Rackham, abilities aren't authorized yet, Sulu's chided. You used yours, it's an emergency, he retorted. Got called out but keep it up, or the Demon King will kill us, Sulu said, raising her hand. Another teleportation window opened, summoning more upper-tier monsters. Her mana reserves were terrifyingly vast. Then, Shari's trap activated below, ensnaring the monsters. Her magic was unmatched against them, protecting Sophia with countless traps. Bifa charged at us with high-speed movement, while Rackham, wreathed in flames, rushed Cynthia and Lilith. This was their critical moment, too. Alan, we will kill him. Damn right. Ha, he's starting to grow on me. Bifa drew a black sword, a demon-favored weapon that grew stronger by killing. For demons with fixed mana, it was a game-changer. Duke Kun and Alansan are clearing monsters and heading your way. They'll join soon. Cecil's voice rang out as I clashed with Bifa at blinding speed. Debi. Debi latched onto my right arm. Primitive, but her immortality enabled it. She cast gravity magic, tilting Bifa's arm and breaking his stance. You're damn impressive, I shouted. A hit was guaranteed, but Bifa dodged with high-speed movement, shaking Debi off. A voice came from behind. Alan had caught him. Bifa's smug grin was gone, replaced by a scowl. Nice face you got there. Cocky for a human. I'll teach you what game over means. High above, Eva and Nell's battle remained a stalemate. Their expressions were starkly different, Eva's pained, Nell's smiling. Not bad. How much training did it take? You must have been devastated when King and I vanished, Nell taunted. Eva stayed silent, afraid speaking would sway her. No chit-chat with an old friend? Sad. But this is a conversation too. The game's nearing its climax, time to end it. Nell surged with immense mana. Eva matched it, doubling her own. Hee, we're twins, Nell said. Without a word, Eva hurled her mana at Nell. Muroku fought the king. Too strong for a human, huh? King said. Demons whining now, or is it leftover human emotions? Muroku shot back. King's expression shifted at her words. Hit a nerve. Some demons are so simple, Muroku smirked. You cheating bastard, King growled. Your boss must be a joke if his minions are like this. I'll kill you. King surged with mana, grinding his teeth. Muroku, cool as ever, readied her sword. Come on, half-baked punk, I'll show you human strength. Flames cloaked Muroku's sword, her body shrouded in a thin water membrane, all encased in dense mana. Don't think your pathetic human tricks can beat a demon. You just took the easy way out, abandoning humanity. Screw you. Fansen-kun, court soldiers arrived at the west gate. Friendly nation's troops are at the east gate. Adventurer's gear has nearly wiped out the monsters. Victories close. Cecil's updates confirmed our advantage. Hey, demons, you're screwed. Gonna run home and cry to your demon king. Bifa, they're mocking you, Sulu's teased. Shut it, Bifa snapped. Gahaha, tough game, Rackham laughed. His word, game, stirred me. It was a term used only when playing Battle Universe in my old world with the same intonation. As I processed this, the ice wings on my back cracked. They were at their limit. I signaled everyone and we landed. Breaking through us to kill Sophia would be tough. The grand full moon was fading. But stay sharp. Sulu's as planned. The game's entering its final battle. Gahaha with sound effects, boom. A black teleportation window spread beneath Sophia's feet like a trapdoor. She was pulled in. I grabbed her hand, but the force dragged me too. I hadn't let my guard down, but I didn't expect this. Where would it take us? Keep thinking. Weiss, Alan dove in just before the window closed. Darkness enveloped us like being thrown into the void. What is this? Sophia cried. Don't worry, we're here. Alan, stay alert. Got it. Vision cleared. We were in a large cubic space, walls black like a sealed box. My flash revealed it was a barrier, not easily broken. I sensed Mana nearby, Cynthia and the others. Were we still in the same place? Bifa, Rackham, and Sulu's reappeared from the walls. They'd trapped us to avoid interference. Killing the princess in a top-tier barrier. Simple, but cheating, right? Bifa said. Gahaha got 2 bonuses too, Rackham laughed. Hey, I'm exhausted, Mana's at 0. This can be maintained only for 5 minutes, so handle it quickly, Sulu said. We had to protect Sophia in this barrier. Their mistake was revealing the time limit. Against Alan and me at full power, with Sulu's out of mana, only 2 demons could fight. 5 minutes, we wouldn't lose. Once the barrier fell, we'd join Cynthia's group. Alan understood too. Alan, for 5 minutes, burn all your mana, we can hold them off. Yeah, but an event mocked our resolve. Or maybe they'd mentioned 5 minutes to bait us. Reunion with an old friend, but time's up. Oh, King, you smell burnt, and you're a mess, Nell said. Shut it, Nell, damn, no resolution. Cheating for the win, huh? Well, victory's victory, King replied. From the black wall emerged Nell, Eva's doppelganger, and King, the short-haired man radiating fury, battered. That technique was Muroku-sensei's when she got serious. He'd survived it. And they were all in this confined space. Sophia sensed their overwhelming mana, realizing she might die. But I remembered the dragon fight. That day, we made the impossible possible. Beside me, Alan gripped his sword, unshaken, glaring at the demons. Nell smiled, her resemblance to Eva uncanny, mana hands spreading like wings, each imbued with attributes. If she matched Eva, we were facing the strongest, plus multiple demons. But with the protagonist. Debi. You're here too. Weiss, we can do this. Damn right, Sophia, trust me, no, trust us. We'll protect you. I promised, didn't I? Sophia suppressed her fear, trembling behind me. She declared she'd live because of me. I had to make that happen. Turning the impossible possible, that was noblesse oblige's essence. I'll do it. We'll shatter this scenario. 3 minutes had passed since Weiss, Alan, and Sophia entered the barrier. Nearby, Cynthia, Lilith, Kalta, Duke, Alan, Eva, and Muroku pressed their hands against it, eyes closed. Cynthia's group had attacked it together, but it didn't budge. They pinned their hopes on Muroku, who shook her head. This barrier, it's beyond human power. It's alien, completely different. Eva, what do you think? Same assessment. No, Weiss and the others are probably inside. Cynthia cried, uncharacteristically rattled. Muroku could only respond with a pained expression. We can only wait. The man I fought, King, vanished too, likely inside. Nell too, Eva added. Despair gripped them, but Muroku's words shifted their expressions slightly. The barrier's already crumbling. It'll last maybe 5 minutes. 2 minutes left. If it's still up, Weiss and the others are alive. Prepare your mana for when it breaks. 2 minutes, Cynthia murmured. Duke pounded the barrier with furious fists. Damn, damn, damn. The force was immense, but it didn't yield. Lilith stopped him. Weiss-sama and Alan-san will be fine. Let's conserve mana for when it's needed. Alan, you alive? Yeah. Our bodies had surpassed their limits. Blood flowed, bones shattered, and even burning all our mana, we could barely defend. Knowing the original story, I was sure we'd exceeded endgame strength. Mana wouldn't form, and each breath made my lungs scream. Debi, you did great. Debi dissipated into mana fragments. She'd shielded us with her immortality, saving us repeatedly. But in my condition, I couldn't summon her again. Interesting familiar. I'll give you props, lasting 2 minutes against us, Nell said. Damn, Nell, you go easy or what? King asked. No, but the Demon King was right, wasn't he? The demons chatted casually, eyeing us. Nell's techniques were unreal. Alan's mimicry had saved us. She fired a finishing spell. We chanted defenses, but they shattered instantly. The next one might be unstoppable. But, Alan, remember that time? Yeah, we can do this. Our eyes weren't dead. Our allies were outside. Even if we lost limbs, we'd protect Sophia. Hee, interesting, Nell said, her evil-like smile gleaming. Alan and I gripped our swords with our last strength, but Sophia spoke up. I have a request. I'll end my life here. In exchange, please spare these two. The demons exchanged glances, stunned. Nell responded. That's quite a proposal. If you've got that resolve, I might grant it. Turning, I saw Sophia's hand over her heart, her mana nearly gone, concentrated in her hand. Hey, what are you doing? Weiss, Alan, thank you. I'm so glad I met you. I'm sorry for letting you down after all this. Stop it. Don't give up, Alan shouted, but Sophia released her mana. What are you doing, Weiss? The future can be changed. Don't give up. With all my strength, I rushed to her, sliding an unnatural wall between her hand and heart, barely stopping her. Boring. Seizing the moment, Nell attacked, not alone but with every demon present. There was no way to block it. Alan stepped forward, but it was impossible. Still, I dove sideways. If there was any chance for Sophia to live, I'd fight to the end. Weiss, not you two. Protagonist, don't steal the spotlight. I scraped together every ounce of mana. Until the very end. My heart thudded, a new sensation yet strangely familiar. A voice spoke, new but mine. Well, you did pretty damn good. Showing up now, huh? What, I'm not welcome? Could have come sooner. I'm here, aren't I? Then do something, Weiss. It's your story, man. Screw you, you started this. Ha, saw some fun shit, though. A deafening roar and explosion echoed. I braced for death. So did Weiss, probably. But we were alive. Something strange happened. My body was enveloped in a defensive spell unlike any I'd seen, seamless, surpassing Shari's skill. Who did this? But standing before me was Weiss. Yo, been a while. Still got that annoying face, huh? Weiss. Confused, just watch. But don't tell that guy what's next for the future. In an instant, Weiss vanished. No, he moved at an unprecedented speed, reappearing among the demons. Impossible. How? Why, some new faces. Not like you'd remember me, Weiss taunted. Kill him, Nell shouted. The demons attacked, but Weiss moved with insane speed, dodging and countering with defensive spells, chanting advanced magic despite low mana. How was he doing this? What, you guys slow or what? Weiss induced friendly fire among the demons, swinging his sword up close. They were desperate, with no room to breathe. No doubt, Weiss was surpassing Eva-senpai and Muroku-sensei. Incredible, Sophia whispered. Nell's attack came at us again. I braced, but Weiss zipped back, slashing the spell apart. Weiss, how do you have that power? Been a while since I got praised. Can you keep up? Weiss unleashed dark mana, deploying Blessing of Healing and Impulse of Destruction with his right foot. His left foot formed an unfamiliar magic circle. Instantly, over 30 devil-like creatures appeared from all directions within the barrier. The demons faltered. Oi, Nell, what's this? King asked. Not very fun, Nell replied. Unlike Debi, these were more sinister, their mana even greater. When had he tamed them? Who are you? I asked. Who? I'm Weiss Fansant, obviously. Section, Audiobook by Masquerade at Masquerade Audiobooks. Chapter 7. Weiss Fansant. Hiyo. It started with deja vu. I was killed by that damn demon king. But when I came to, a woman was crouching before me. No, more precisely, she was bound with ropes in a rather compromising state. Weiss-sama, is something wrong? The woman turned her profile to me, her voice laced with concern. Her eyes sparkled and her golden hair swayed softly. She looked familiar. Wait, it's Lilith. The maid, Lilith Scarlet. What the hell are you doing? What do you mean? Looking around, I realized this was the mansion I used to live in. Why? It was supposed to have been demolished. More importantly, why was I alive, revived? Some Demon King regeneration magic? No, that wouldn't explain Lilith being here. Hold on. Lilith, put some clothes on for now. Why yes. Is Zebes here? Yes, I believe Esh is preparing a meal. Kyukuku hahahe. W.I. Sure enough, I faced Zebes. That bastard who betrayed me, but that was in the future. Young Master Weiss, did today's seasoning particularly suit your taste? Hi. I'd already devoured the meal. It had been a while, but was it always this good? Yeah, sure. Is that so? I'm honored. Zebes, where's father? He's working. Is there something you need? Nah, never mind. Actually, I've got a request. Anything you command, young master. Gather every magic book on teleportation, transfer, and time magic. I don't care how much it costs. Understood, I'll arrange it immediately. I don't get it, but hell, it's awesome. No doubt about it, I'm living my second loop. The next day, sunlight streaming through the window woke me. Who'd have thought dying once would make me grateful for something so trivial? That damn Demon King, wait, does that mean I'll get killed again and humiliated by that jerk Alan? That pisses me off. From that day, I devoured magic books. Weiss-sama, you're working late into the night, Lilith noted. Yeah. Lilith hadn't changed, her appearance, her voice, nothing. I considered illusions or hallucinations, but something was off. The events I'd lived through were repeating exactly the same. Then, I found a small passage in a text. Time looping. It described a dubious spell that could rewind time by mere seconds. It lacked credibility, and such a thing seemed unlikely. But if it existed and was affecting me, it'd explain this phenomenon. Yet, it also meant I was fated to die by the Demon King's hand again. Losing over and over doesn't sit right with me. I'd never bothered with effort before, but I wouldn't forgive the bastard who killed me, so I started trying. I had Zebes teach me swordsmanship. It was tough but fun. That guy's stricter than I thought. At the ball, I met Cynthia. Still gorgeous, but she spewed venom at me. Well, considering what I did, fair enough. I passed the Noblesse Magic Academy entrance exam. Couldn't beat that jerk Alan, though. But the real fight's ahead. The Academy's evaluation was, as expected, point-based. Damn, everyone around me kept getting stronger. What was I missing? Stop it. Kalta, you're in the way. Just like before, Kalta was expelled. Everyone kept powering up. Cynthia and Alan were still chummy. Pisses me off. Yo, Weiss, you good. Don't touch me, musclehead. For some reason, I didn't hate Duke that much. Annoying, sure, but not the worst. I can't win. Why can't I win? I'm trying, aren't I? Damn it, what's wrong with me? I barely made it to mid-level, but I was already a dropout. Nothing changed. Everyone else just kept getting stronger. Today, I did something shady. Points went up. Had to, sometimes you gotta play dirty. Shari died, loudmouth, but she had strong convictions. Duke died, same as before, stupid. Dying to protect friends, typical you. Alan died, same deal, what's the point of being a shield? Cecil died, protecting everyone, just a pipe dream. The calamity struck, I couldn't do a thing, I watched classmates die helpless. What could I have done? What could I do? Weiss, we can do this. Alan charged forward with Cynthia. Damn effort freak. S-rank adventurer Muroku Abidas fought desperately, but someone as talented as her couldn't understand me. In the end, I was alone. The only difference? Zebes didn't betray me this time. Left the mansion, though. Lilith, you haven't changed. Lilith was a bit kinder, gentler than before, damn it. Lilith died, she fought a demon to save me. What the hell, it wasn't like this before. Wasn't the first loop happier? Damn, damn, damn. Feels lighter, doesn't it, Weiss? The Demon King's magic killed me again. I could have done better. Weiss-sama, is something wrong? You're Lilith. Yes. I didn't get it. I marked it in my notebook, third loop. Everything after was the same. But I beat Alan in the entrance exam. Progressed a bit. Some survived, some died. I died. No idea what happened to Alan. Fourth loop. Alan's his usual idiotically straightforward self. I died. Talked a bit with Cecil. That girl's too good at Battle Universe. Fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth loops. Couldn't beat that damn Demon King. No matter how hard I tried, it was the same, always the same. But I've got time, don't know why, but I'll keep trying. Ninth loop. Hey Weisskun, why'd you save me that day? No reason. Just hated seeing a weakling get bullied without fighting back. I see, thanks. I'm glad I got to see such a beautiful sky. Your flight magic's gotten really good. Kalta, I'll do better next time, so rest easy. Hee hee, you always say weird stuff, Weisskun. Kalta took the Demon King's spell for me, her body slowly petrifying. She taught me the joy of flying. You were a good person. Thanks. Next time, I swear. 10th loop. Recruited Kalta again, my grades climbed, matched Alan, but it wasn't enough. What was missing? 45th loop. Oi Eva, lend a hand. Pretty bold for a junior. With you, we can win. Plus, it'll be fun. Sure if it's fun. Saving Shari meant Cynthia died. Duke died for Cecil. Alan died. Kalta died. Damn, damn, damn. Why can't I do this right? Don't die. Please, nobody die. 125th loop. I'll take the lid, leave it to me. Alan, don't push it. I'm fine. Best loop yet, almost caught up to that guy, but it wasn't enough. I'm pathetic. 1245th loop. Lilith, wanna go to the Southern Sea with me? I'd go anywhere with you, Weiss-sama. Nothing worked, I had no talent. In a peaceful town where I spent a year, Lilith died protecting a kid from a demon. I'm sorry, Weiss-sama. No, it's not your fault, it's all my fault. No matter the place, the result was the same. I couldn't change anything. It always ended the same. My life had no meaning, I couldn't do it. If only someone else had been here. Someone who could have beaten that bastard Demon King. Who, damn it. I decided to abandon myself. For over 300 years, I poured everything into refining magic. Isekai reincarnation magic. That's what I called it. A spell to bind another's soul to my body. But it had a cost. My consciousness might vanish completely. This looping phenomenon would likely end too. I poured lethal amounts of mana into it. Someone capable of ending this shitty story had to come. It's gotta be you. Save them, my friends. I've lived long enough. I chanted the spell. And died again. Hayo ah. I woke up. Same scene, Lilith bound. The spell failed. But why can't I speak? WWW, what the hell? Suddenly, my mouth moved on its own. The spell worked, but this guy's a pathetic wimp. My one shot wasted. Then he chanted healing magic. Why does he know that? He trained under Muroku Abida's. What's that? How'd he pull it off? In the practical exam, he took down 3 bounty heads. Surprisingly gutsy. Not bad, he even went over Cynthia. Mastered light and dark magic I never could. Dark and light are. He doesn't notice my consciousness. Sometimes he talks to me, but I don't respond. I couldn't win. Better leave it to him. Kalta, you can make good use of me. He recruited Kalta. Similar approach to mine, but kinder. Eva stayed at the academy. Cecil joined us. This is awesome. I couldn't do it. I couldn't win. Let me see this through. My consciousness fades sometimes. Memories blur. I'll vanish eventually. Shari survived, bonded with Alan, tamed a demon. Perfect. How does he know the future? On the grand full moon, he fought to save Sophia, whom I couldn't. But, sorry Sophia-chan, but you'll have to die. This is bad, even you might not cut it now. Fine, I'll help one last time. It's pointless for me to step in, but you'd better beat that Demon King. First, put Sophia to sleep. Hey Weiss, what's? Quiet tomboy. Who are you? Alan noticed me. Always charging forward, you reckless idiot. That's so you. By the way, what's noblesse oblige? Doesn't matter, my memory's fading. Who? I'm Weiss Vincent, obviously. Alan gaped. You're hilarious every loop. I'll handle them for the remaining time, you watch the girl. Don't die, Weiss. Scared of that now. I ain't scared of my own death one bit. Waking up to an unfamiliar ceiling is a trope in stories. But what I'm seeing ain't just a ceiling. Ornate decorations, a canopied bed, expensive paintings on the walls, and a ridiculously plush carpet underfoot. Even as a noble, I knew this was filthy rich. But more importantly, what's going on? Beside me, Cynthia and Lilith slept soundly. Lilith, who'd usually bolt awake, showed no sign of stirring. Exhausted, maybe. I slipped out of bed quietly. Barefoot, the carpet felt nice. Looking out the window, I saw a beautiful cityscape with a familiar clock tower. Carlo's kingdom. Why was I here? Then Cynthia's voice rang out. You're awake. Weiss, your body, is it okay? Yeah, but why am I? Weiss-sama, Lilith jolted up, pushing me back onto the bed. Cynthia grabbed my wrist like she was taking my pulse. Where'd she learn that in this non-modern world? No issues. Any pain, discomfort? None. I feel great, actually. I vaguely recalled talking to someone. My memory's foggy. Wait. What happened to Sophia? Why didn't I remember sooner? My head felt clouded. Alan, Sophia, and I were trapped in that barrier, and the door burst open. Weiss, you're awake. Sophia, unharmed, rushed in. You're alive, tomboy. Hooray, you calling a tomboy? Cynthia-san, Lilith-san, sorry for barging in. Don't worry. Thank you for your concern, Cynthia said. I was lost. Someone explain. Lilith spoke up. Weiss-sama, you've been asleep for 3 days. What, 3 days? Yes. What kind of joke is that? It's true. You really slept for 3 days, Cynthia said, her eyes dead serious. How did we survive that? Alan, no way, his mana was drained. Sophia, how did we escape that barrier? Calling me by name now, huh? I'll add San, Sama, or Chan later. Just tell me. I passed out and don't remember. Alan said he fought in a daze and doesn't recall either. I see, where's Alan? Weiss, calm down, I'll explain more, Cynthia said. Right. After the barrier broke, I'd collapsed unconscious. Alan was holding Sophia. The demons were battered, nearly out of mana. And what? The demons said, we lost this game. We won't touch Sophia again, so don't worry, and left, Lilith explained. I was even more confused. Game. In noblesse oblige, Sophia dies on the grand full moon. I knew that and tried to change it. But that word game sounded off like Rackham's sound effects. Does the Demon King know the original story like me? And enjoy it? No answers yet. When the grand full moon faded, the demons and remaining monsters withdrew. It said demons don't lie. It's likely true, Cynthia added. The Eva lookalike was Nell. Muroku-sensei fought King. They called themselves the 7 Calamity Sins. Shockingly, they were Eva's supposedly dead friends, but no details were shared. And Eva senpai. She returned to Noblesse Magic Academy. She wants to be left alone, Cynthia said. I've never seen her so sad, but she told Weiss-sama to look forward to her thanks, Lilith added. I recalled Eva mentioning a friend like me in the demon cave. No way, and what's with the thanks? Sophia spoke up. I don't understand much, but I'm alive because of Noblesse Magic Academy, especially you, Weiss. Thank you. I didn't do anything. Alan saved you. I'm grateful to him too, but I tried to give up. You stopped me. Thank you, Weiss Fansant. Her earnest gaze hit me hard. Guess so. For now, I'll savor the success. Like clearing an event in a game, time to bask in it. I feel like I forgot something important, but whatever. Finally awake, still love sleeping, huh? Muroku-sensei's voice came from the open door. Love sleeping. Oh, from passing out during training. Isn't this where you shed a tear? I'd spare one if you died. Harsh as ever. She approached, avoiding others, and placed her hand on my forehead. A weird sensation, like mana being pressed into me. No after effects. You can tell. Who do you think I am? Obviously. No clue what's obvious, but I was grateful. If you trained harder, you wouldn't have been trapped or put the princess in danger. Reflect, Weiss. Haha, you're right. Her usual jab made me smile. She keeps me grounded. Then Sophia piped up. Then, as planned, I'll have it prepared. Prepared? Weiss, let's go, Cynthia said. Weiss-sama, hee, you'll love it, Lilith added, pulling me along. Through the corridor, we reached a door labeled Great Dining Hall. Inside was a stunning sight. My favorite foods and fruits lined a massive table. Melomlin banabana Swisswicca, even bananan. I had the chef prepare it. All your favorites, right? Cynthia and Lilith told me, and I wanted to do something for you, Sophia said. Ha, as expected of a princess who moves people with a word. Still rude, huh? But I don't hate that about you. Sit, we'll keep it coming. I was seated at the head, a bit awkward but fine for today. Muroku-sensei tagged along, sitting daintily and using a napkin with precision. S-rank adventurer, S-rank manners, huh? Speaking of. Weiss, you're awake? Thank goodness, Alan appeared. Yo, you're up, heard about the demons. I was busting my ass too, wished you'd seen it. Duke bellowed. Morning, sleepyhead, Shari quipped. Seems like everyone is fine. Good. What, here for free food? I teased. Yeah, hey. Duke. What? Thanks. This plan succeeded because of him. The Fansant family's one tradition, express gratitude, though it's an annoying rule. What? Is it raining demons now? Oh, Duke yelped as Shari smacked him. Idiot Duke, read the room. You didn't have to hit me. Even after a life-or-death fight, they don't change. That's the best part. But, Alan, I've got a question. For me? Yeah, back then. The door burst open. You're awake. I wanted to be the first to say hi, Alan cried. Weisskun, are you okay? Kalta added. Both were timid but fought monsters on the front lines. Alan especially taming a dragon as a student, that's beyond the original story. Without them, Carlo's kingdom would have taken heavy damage. I owe them big. Did I just say something weird? Nah, must be my imagination. Wait. You all stayed here for 3 days. We were waiting for you to wake up, Cynthia said. Can't argue with that, and of course. Morning, Fansinkun, looking as usual, Cecil arrived. Like last time, we couldn't have one without her. I'm always grateful, but I'll think of something special this time. Out of the corner of my eye, Lilith was sneaking around, holding. Wai-sama, congratulations. A massive cake loaded with melomlin. Happy birthday was written in the center. My birthday? Oh right, Weiss has one. Obviously. Thanks. Cynthia-san suggested preparing it so you'd smile when you woke up, Lilith said. I see. Thanks, Cynthia. Gotta thank her properly later. Debi. Yo, you good. Debi's the reason we survived the barrier. Without her, Sophia would have died. Our meeting was rough, but I'm grateful now. You earned this, so eat up. Not sure if you need to, though. Debi, she chomped into the cake. Didn't know she had an appetite. I patted her head and the room went quiet. Weiss can make that face, Shari said. Like a mom, Duke added. Was I making a weird face? So cute. Weiss smiling is adorable. I can't handle it. Cynthia squealed, writhing. Haven't seen that in a while. That day's meal was the best of my life. Since I wasn't fully recovered, we stayed another night. Oh, and I'd completely forgotten, but Sophia somehow covered for me knocking out her nights. Even with the calamity, my attack was unrelated. Normally, it'd be a death sentence. Muroku-sensei said to leave the rest to the adults, so I let it slide, my head too muddled to argue. That night, unable to sleep, I slipped out without waking Cynthia or Lilith. Stopping on a corridor connecting castle buildings, I looked up. A beautiful red moon, but not the grand full moon. I'd cleared it. Not by defeating a demon, though. And if the Demon King knows the original story like me, things haven't improved. If I recruited Kalta and Cecil, he might be doing the same. That explained the unfamiliar demons. He could be experimenting to win. No use thinking about it. Hey, Weiss, am I doing okay? Answer me. Footsteps approached. Turning, I saw a familiar grin. Hey, Weiss, can't sleep either. Don't lump me with you, Alan. Just thinking about the demons. That's the same as not sleeping, right? Shut up. After a brief silence, I asked, back then, how'd we survive? You fought like a madman. I just watched. Ha, no way. But it's true. His eyes were honest, no trace of a lie. I see. No point dwelling. I was in a frenzy, and results matter more than process. Life ends eventually. Keep sharpening your fangs and move forward to avoid ruin. Weiss, let's get stronger. Strong enough to take down a demon alone. Yeah, you're right. Damn, thinking the same thing, huh? Damn protagonist. Then he started fidgeting. Weiss. What? Well. Hi. What's with him, this guy, whose thoughts spill straight from his brain, hesitating? You can get naked, right? What? No, I don't mean I want that. Did you hit your head? I know you've taken plenty of hits. Let's just do our best. It'll be quick, apparently. What are you talking about? Muroku-sensei said to follow her to Oni Mountain. We're gonna take down a Girashatsuka. No ways, you mean. I hadn't figured out how Alan convinced Eva and Muroku-sensei. Did he offer something to recruit them? And Girashatsuka, a 20-meter legendary bear monster. What's he thinking, more importantly? What's with the naked thing? Wish Eva-senpai would forget? Weiss, it'll be tough, but let's do this. There's some magic filming, too. Filming? Alan, explain. That day, Alan wasn't his usual upbeat self. He looked like he was staring into despair. The barrier's about to break. Alan, don't tell him about me. What's that mean? Who are you? Ha, still playing dumb. Well, it's complicated. It's better this. Got it. Always quick to listen, huh? To beat the demons, right? Yeah, to beat that damn demon king. I won't tell anyone. Huh, I don't hate that stupidly honest side of you. See ya. Final chapter. Weak X having advanced to mid-level, I was getting a bit fed up with the usual crew. Alan, the recklessly straightforward idiot, Cynthia, never leaving his side, and Duke, whose brain was pure muscle. Alan, you didn't forget anything today, did you? Sorry, Cynthia. Honestly, be more careful. Damn it, why don't I have a fiancé? Duke wailed, every damn time flirting without a care. Then someone slapped my back. I knew who it was. Morning, Weiss, Shari chirped. Yeah. Cold as ever, huh? It's normal to be sleepy in the morning. Hey, maybe. Shari flashed her usual grin. Saving her was pure chance, but I didn't expect her to get so attached. Weiskun, morning, Kalta stammered. Another one. She was supposed to get expelled, but when I snapped at her bullies on a whim, she mistook it for kindness. Now she's always chatting me up. Well, thanks to her, I'm learning flight magic. Nice weather, huh? Should I skip today? I mused. No way, we've got a test, Kalta protested. Who cares? Pointless anyway. You always say that. But Weiskun always gets perfect scores. That's amazing, Kalta added. You know, the type who claims they didn't study but secretly crams at night, Shari teased. Say whatever you want. It's basically cheating for me. Surprise tests, more like scheduled ones, not that there's one today. Come on, let's go, Shari urged. Oi, Shari, don't touch me. Up the stairs, left end, I opened our classroom door. Alan was there. Pippin, you've got to be quiet in class, okay. In the corner, a bespectacled girl fiddled with a game piece alone, Cecil Antwerp. Barely talks, no clue what's in her head. Morning, everyone. The test scheduled for today has been cancelled, Chloe announced, striding in. Knew she'd say that. Last night, near the ballroom in Ostrava Kingdom's capital, demons attacked and Princess Sophia was killed. I tried saving her a few times. Didn't work, the students murmured, trembling. Scared of demons, probably. Idiots. They're small fry compared to the Demon King. For safety, Noblesse Magic Academy is suspended. You may return home with an A rank or higher adventurer escort. Classes will resume once the demon's movements are tracked, likely in a few days. School's out, Sophia was brutally killed in her carriage. Couldn't save her, no matter how many tries. Nothing I could do. In the courtyard, I gazed at the chair Eva often sat in. She up and quit school. Stubborn as hell, never swayed no matter the loop. If she'd stayed, things might have been different. I'd love to track her down and recruit her, but that's a tall order. Leaving the spot, I lounged on a rooftop in City District be best place to chill. Time for a nap, and when I woke, my head was on someone's lap. Morning, Weiss, Shari said. You a stalker or something? You're always here, aren't you? Same blue sky as always, still gorgeous. But soon, someone's gonna die. I've gotten stronger, but who knows what'll happen? Who can I save? Who'll survive? Hey, Shari. What's up? Don't die, ever. Whoa, what's that out of nowhere? Promise me. Fine, I won't die. Fine once is enough. Fine. This time I'll win. Demon King, just you wait. Then I heard voices. Alan, Cynthia, and Duke training their asses off. Bunch of muscle heads. Yawn, guess I'll get some exercise. Sitting up, I looked down at them from the rooftop. Stop picking fights. Alan might enjoy it, but Cynthia San's gonna snap again, Shari warned. Ha, that's what makes it fun. I leaped off, wind gently lifting me. Flying always gets my blood pumping. Aiming at Alan, I surged with mana. 3-on-1 sounds about right. A blast like Kalta's mana cannon shot out. I've gotten pretty damn good. But Alan sliced it with his sword, and Cynthia blocked with an ice shield. Oi, Weiss, you trying to kill us? Alan yelled. Duke predictably made a scene. Damn right, I shot back. All I can do is toughen you guys up a bit, so get stronger, and don't die. This time I'll make it work. Please don't die. Morning workout. Come at me, no holding back. Afterward, thank you for reading part 3. It's been a while, Kaize Kikuchi here. This volume is packed with dense content. First, all in pastel. His name comes from the many colors he embodies. Bright, hardworking, kind, just delicate, and a trap. I'm personally a huge fan. Debi is fluffy, competent, and adorable. Wouldn't she make great merch? What do you think? Just a thought, she's become a wonderful partner, supporting Weiss emotionally. Eva carries a heavy past. I hope the events of this arc lead her in a positive direction, and as the author, I'd be thrilled to see that. And Weiss fansent. A common Isekai reincarnation, but deeply meaningful to this story. A miracle born from unfulfilled desires, that's the tale's starting point. If you're eager to follow the journey, I'd be grateful if you'd recommend it to many others. Thank you so much for reading to the end. End of Volume 3.